And we're live. Welcome back to this week's episode of Dungeons and DoorBreakers.
On this
Still getting
week's
the
episode
crumbs
of
out of my
Dungeons and
Pringles can.
DoorBreakers, I get turned into a fucking teddy bear.
As you can see, I'm joined by my lovely, lovely party here. The teddy bear, the Russian,
I get turned into a
Ow.
teddy bear.
and then
Roach
two
gets
random
turned
white
into a
guys that we
fucking-
brought along.
Roach gets turned into
Ow.
a fucking Slav.
We're just the token
Brandon-
white guys. That's it.
Yeah, you guys are the token
Hey!
white guys.
Brandon drinks himself further into liver cirrhosis.
You joke, but I have a bottle of gin.
No.
I wasn't joking.
Brandon, because I forgot I turned him up because Kirby was saying it sounded very quiet, but now he's very loud.
Ah.
So. Last,
Oh.
actually, do we have any starting points we want to get out? Anything that we'd like to say before we get into this? Because I'd like to stay on topic as much as possible.
Yes.
Staying on topic is boring.
Regarding the thing that I mentioned to you, DM. What time of day is it? Because it's the shit that I was doing with the ingredients.
I mean, it's been like maybe an hour and a half since you bought the ingredients. So,
Didn't we have dinner and everything since then too?
Yeah.
did you? I think you,
Yeah, we had dinner.
We had dinner at Gregor Vic's.
We were getting ready for like bed or whatever, and then Jada fucked off to the Adventurers Guild.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, it is later at night.
All right. So would now be a time to say that, or would it be later in the morning or shit like that?
I would say in the morning.
All right then.
At least assuming I'd. Yeah. Okay. I'll go ahead and say this: you only bought enough ingredients for one or the other.
All right then.
So I'll let you decide that while we wrap up what Jada is currently doing. But first off, let's recap what happened last week in case you missed the episode. So, or if you need a brief reminder, which I'm sure all my players do.
Not me.
Well, I do. So,
Yeah, we already reminded you of something. So
yeah. Obviously, I
There
just
we
make
go.
these recaps up. I feed bullshit. That's my job as a DM. So, last week the party had sort of began accustoming themselves to the city of Savam, the capital city of the Republic of Kunir. Looking through, they wandered the streets for a little bit, found various shops that were around the Adventurers Guild that piqued their interest. Our party's Ogden went in, the resident teddy bear, of course. Went in, bought some various ingredients, not explaining why, but keeping to himself about it thus far.
It's not secretive. Nobody asked.
Brandon, so that's what you've been doing?
I haven't been paying attention, yeah.
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh my god, that's great. And if you're wondering what we're laughing about, then you should join
Join the
our
Discord.
Discord server.
Whoa.
So our wonderful Jada here just made a meme and a reference. So join the Discord server if you're here and not in it for some reason. But yeah. So okay, so the party, Ogden went in, bought some various ingredients. Chorus bought a component pouch, since you don't have an arcane focus just yet, so you are needing to actually use components.
I've never been a component caster before.
Yeah.
This is new.
Yeah, good luck. Um.
I'm gonna have to like read spell descriptions to figure out what components I'm pulling out.
Jesus.
It makes it interesting, you know.
You'll have more
Nice.
than 4 spells to choose from. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Honestly.
Not that many more than 4. I can actually only have 4 prepared. So
Oof. So, after exploring a couple shops for a short while, the party made their way to the home of their current host, Gregovic, who is also hosting a friend of theirs named Tathara Beltis, who has given them a quest in the past, as well as assisted them through a couple things. So after some brief discussion, some of it getting maybe a tiny bit heated, but the party then discovered that their wonderful warlock, Kaylin, is actually the daughter of the current granddaughter of the current head of the House Lathalas, which is a seat on the council. They're effectively one of the officials that runs the government. One of the head honchos. So, after discovering this information, they were a little shell-shocked for a bit, but are still somewhat accepting thus far.
I'm rather what is the term? Not irrelevant.
Aroused.
No.
Aroused. That's a very different thing, Brandon.
Irreverent. I don't know. It's like don't give a shit is the term.
Apathetic.
Yeah.
Apathetic. There it is.
Yeah.
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
So, after this, they had some brief discussions with Theric Lathalas, Kaylin's grandfather. And after enjoying a nice meal, most of the party began making their way to bed. However, our dear, wonderful Jada, being the person that she is,
Force of chaos and contrarian?
yeah, exactly that. Made her way out and over the wall within the Veiled District to explore the Adventurers Guild. Wandering her way in, she suddenly found herself now signing up her and her party as members of the Adventurers Guild. And that's where we left off. With Jada being
waiting for me to give a name.
Yeah, just
perfect place to end.
Jada is now just suddenly being thrown into, oh, hey, what's the name of your party gonna be? So that's where we'll pick up with.
I'm going to go with the suggestion that Max gave right before the stream, which is research and demolition. Because we were going to go with research and development since that's what we've been doing, but that's just better.
Yeah.
Research and degeneracy would also work.
So
nah, it's not as not as correct.
Research and
We've
desolation.
broken some shit.
So the
we've knocked down a wall and blew up a forest.
Albeit the
enough.
the blowing up of the forest wasn't 100% on us.
You threw dynamite.
Well, yeah, but that saved mine and I think Ulris's life.
Yeah, it was to slow down the demon. But anyway,
I wouldn't say he just threw dynamite.
Oh.
He threw a good bit of dynamite.
You gotta admit that was a 10 million IQ.
Oh no,
play.
that was amazing.
it was a good idea. Yeah.
So you watch as the Adventurers Guild cleric. Sorry.
Cleric.
Yeah.
the clerk just
he
happens
could
to
be
be
a
a
cleric.
cleric. Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
What god does he serve? Bureaucracy.
Oh my god.
He works as the central bureaucracy. Does he have a wooden desk that's just a biplane?
Bureaucrat grade 35.
Oh my god.
I'll have you know that I said on the oversight committee that dictated the color change of the rulebook that it was written in. We kept it gray.
Holy fuck. Okay. So
Futurama.
yeah.
Good shit.
Um.
Ah,
So. Yeah, the quirk there will look at you as he is, or he'll be looking down at the paper that he had where he was filling in all your names and is now putting in the party. And he'll finish putting that in and say, "Wait, you said research and what?" I
Demolition.
forgot. Demolition. Okay.
yeah.
He'll look
Research
up and say,
and destruction is equally valid.
"Okay." I think demolition sounds a little more formal. As formal
Research
as
and
a word.
destruction
Yeah.
is research and destruction is just like what we say in the shorthand when we're just
Yeah,
describing ourselves.
Yeah. What do you specialize in? Research and destruction.
Sums up the party perfectly.
Doesn't it though?
Yeah. Wow. So, he looks up and says, "That's an interesting name.
It's what my group is best at. Researching and destroying things.
That's good. Most people that come in here have no clue what the fuck to name their party, so happy you had one so immediately on hand."
It definitely didn't take us a week to think that one up.
I know. So he'll you watch as he will take the paper and put it in a manila folder and then stick that underneath the desk and say, well, that's pretty much it. Oh, sorry, last thing. And you'll watch as he'll walk back a little bit. There's a bunch of shelves that you can see that he starts going through before he grabs a box, walks it back over to the counter next to you, and will pull out a small little ring that he pulls out. And you'll watch as he says, "So this ring will show that you are a member of the Adventurers Guild." And you'll watch as he moves it towards its finger, and this small ring kind of grows a little bit and allows him to like slide it perfectly, and it fits perfectly on his finger. And he'll take it back off and
Magically resizing ring.
yeah, and he'll hold it back to you.
Do we only
for you
get
to
one?
take. Well, hold on. First off, you're not there. So quiet. Peanut gallery. Gosh.
Fuck you! I'm a teddy bear.
So he'll hold out the ring to Jada and wait for you to take it from him. And
I
once
will take it.
once you take it, I assume you'll instantly put it on.
Yep. Putting it on my middle finger.
Yeah, you watch as it perfectly resizes and then just snugly fits on your finger. And when you look at it, you see that there is a small glow to it right when it fits itself, and then it stops. And when there's no longer that glow, you can see that there is a small little inscription written in it that just says Adventurers Guild. And then when you actually turn your hand over, you notice that it actually says... it looks like it was struggling a little bit for space, but it managed to get it all there. But it says research and demolition on the bottom of the ring. And
They changed font size from 12 to 5.
yeah,
Good shit.
and he'll hold out like a bag that has 3 other rings in it, and he'll hold this and say, when you next to your party members, just go ahead and hand these to them, and it'll act as proof that you are allowed to any facility within a Adventurers Guild.
All right then.
Also, quick recommendation. I don't tell everyone this, but some of the
He definitely tells
shops
everybody.
around here, shush. Some of the shops around here, if you show the ring, they'll usually give you a small discount, anywhere from
God damn
5 to 10% off. Didn't hear.
Can I
from
go
you,
and
though.
return Can I go and return those things and get a cheaper price? Damn
God
it.
no.
You bought
Um,
something and it goes on sale the next day. Hey, can I get this for the sale price?
But you'll watch as he'll take that box that he pulled out and put it back on the shelf, and he'll turn around and say, "Is there anything else I can do for you? Would you like to go ahead and pick up a quest while you're here? Save the trouble."
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So we have them, and he'll gesture to the posted wall that he has, which is pretty much immediately to his left, your right. But you did see it when you came in. And you'll see that it'll point out that there are signs at the top that basically put them in difficulty groups. There's I can't. I'm just gonna say newbie, but I can't think of the other word to describe rookie. So there's one that
Is it
says
S through E?
no.
S class at the top, E at the bottom.
No, it's it says rookie, amateur, experienced, expert, and then elite.
And then above that is Chattiest Thundercock.
I'm gonna type that in
He's the
players
leader of the
only.
guild.
I'm gonna look at like what sort of things they consider elite.
Okay, give me 1 sec, because I'm gonna type this out so that way you guys have it and it's somewhere that you guys can reference. But I said rookie, amateur, experienced, expert, and elite. There you go. And that too, so that way you guys can ever.
Probably gonna end up with experienced, but we'll see what they consider elite.
Okay, so you'll make your way towards the elite section, and you'll watch as the court kind of gives you like an eyebrow. I can't speak. Eyebrow.
roll?
Eyebrow raise.
Okay,
But
we got there in the end. It's okay.
well, I was starting to say it, and then you said eye roll, and I had to stop. So you'll walk over to the elite, and this is definitely, compared to the others, has the least postings by far. Obviously, not as much stuff is going to come up for this, but the first one that you do notice appears to be talking about. It is posted, and it makes mention of that there has been issues in a forest outside of Mare.
Oh boy!
This is kind of why this catches your attention, because it does mention Mare. But there had been sightings of various giants roaming around and disrupting. Various.
Does it say what kind of giants? Because that makes a big difference.
It does not actually. As no one that's seen them has survived. It listed that there is no surviving victims. But it was rumored that there is somewhere that is pretty much a tribe of giants that appear to be causing some sort of issue.
Would it be possible to send my familiar to go find out?
That range?
I mean, the familiar could leave, but
yeah,
It can go any range from me. I just won't be able to see through its eyes.
yeah. After
It'll
after
just
100
have to
feet,
come
you lose
back
communication.
telepathically tell me.
Yeah.
I mean, it would take a couple weeks for it to fly out there.
Shit, okay.
I mean, it took you guys a week to get from Mare to here on cart.
Okay.
Can't birds fly faster than carts, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it still has to rest.
Yeah, it has to rest.
I mean, we had
It
to
might be
rest.
magical,
The
but
cart-
it's not a.
It's not a real bird.
That's also true.
So it's a fair point. Do familiars have to sleep?
No,
It is
they're
unclear.
technically fey creatures, so I would doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, what is the? It's an owl, correct? What's the movement speed of those?
They're actually pretty fast.
Yeah,
Hold
I
on.
think there's 60.
60 feet.
Yeah, 60 for fly speed.
Yep. Fly speed 60 feet. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I say that. Well, if you decide to pick it up, I guess we can discuss it when you get back.
Well,
No, I'd like to find out what kind of giants before I take that quest. Let me see what other elite quests there are.
one other mentions that I'm totally making these up off the top of my head, so you will have to give me a couple seconds here and there.
Okay. I'm just
but-
trying to get a feel for what they consider elite.
Yeah.
Like, could we handle it? Is the question I want to answer.
It is reported that there was around Tumans and Har, near the deep within the mines. It was reported that there was several miners brutally murdered as various large beasts of some type, pretty much charged out of nowhere. They seem to be. It's reported that they found a cave, and pretty much were charged at by these large monsters that no one seemed to recognize. This seems to be freshly posted. There is dates on all of these. You can see this one was posted today at some point.
So no one recognized it, but were there survivors?
There was a couple survivors, but they were badly
Did
wounded.
they give a description?
I mean, I don't want to give a full description because I think Brandon would recognize it, but I know Jada probably wouldn't.
That's true.
So, there is a description listed, and Jada does not recognize it. We'll go with that. I feel like that's somewhat fair, because otherwise, then Jada would instantly have some potential. Or Brandon would have some potential recognition of it. But overall, you're getting
elite quest. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me look at a quest that actually gives enough information. So I'll go down to expert instead. See if that'll give me anything more.
Okay. It also, I will say that you are obviously. I think you're getting this yourself, but I'll state it in case it's not been figured out by everyone. Some of the experts might just be there because there's a lot of unknown details to it. It might be
they're ranked as elite because they don't know.
Well, that seems to be a part of it. There was the only other one that you saw appeared to be mentioning of a very large dragon that was burning crops out to the east.
Like, there's a lot of unknowns. Hey, go here and explore this cave. All right, and we're in Blackreach.
Yeah, so like it's kind of with the first two that you read, like sure, a lot of people could take on giants, but what if they're storm giants or something? Like obviously, if there's a tribe of storm giants,
there's not enough information for me to even consider those.
I think a tribe of storm giants being.
I mean, even a tribe of hill giants would be extremely difficult for you guys.
We can do it.
You'd probably do
Yeah,
it.
but
With proper planning. With proper planning
a
and high yield
tribe
explosives.
of storm
With
giants.
proper planning, we could do it easily.
Fireball.
Not even, just
Dynamite.
We don't even have fireball yet. None of us have fireball.
I have explosives.
He kind of. Wait, do I point this way or that way?
For who?
For Max.
The way you
I think
just
I
pointed.
to my
Yeah.
point that
He
way.
has discount fireballs.
Yeah. They're significantly discount fireballs, but yeah.
He's an alchemist, so he can't cast fireball. I believe if he was an artillerist, he could. And you're not Pact of the Fiend, otherwise you could.
And I'm only a level 1 wizard.
I'm only a level 1 warlock.
Ah, Jeebus.
Yep.
So you're going to expert, you said?
Yeah, it's step down one.
A lot easier if we had some bleached grits.
Oh my god. What a throwback. That's amazing.
Bro.
I totally forgot about that.
I didn't.
Fucking bleached
I
grit.
was
have
the
a
one that
fucking-
made them and I forgot about it. Jesus.
God damn it.
What did
That's
I tell you guys?
amazing.
I have a fucking impeccable memory.
I don't. That's why I'm impressed.
Wow.
That's amazing. Bleached grits was a great idea.
It was.
Motherfucker, I've had to do all of this shit with data analysis. Trust me, I have to have a good memory, otherwise I'm fucked.
Fair enough.
There are over 578 different documents in there that I've had to look through.
Shit.
And that's just this week alone.
Couldn't be me.
So, you get to expert. This appears to be talking about a large tribe of hostile hobgoblins. It is listed that there is some sort of leader. They're not sure as to what skills they might have, but it is said that there is somewhere in the 30s of hobgoblins that he appears to be leading. They built an encampment out towards it's a little closer to Vigneland. It's kind of right in between Vigneland and Mare.
Let's go another difficulty step down and look for something near here.
Okay.
Yeah. Somewhere I don't have to travel a fucking week to get to.
Yeah. Okay. So you're here.
Yeah.
Well, there is
It'd be even better if it's in the city.
So are you looking so you're going down to experience, right? You said you're going to step down.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm gauging this correctly, that seems to be about something we could handle with decent ease. Like, we could definitely do that last thing with the hobgoblin and the goblins, but, like, we might have a little bit of struggle. It would require some planning.
It'd just be very, very
messy.
Something that we're able to take on while not diverting too far from our main path, as it is right now.
I would not last in an endurance fight.
Yeah, it would definitely be an endurance fight with the numbers. So I'll say the first one that does kind of catch your attention there is reported that somewhere nearby, it's said that somewhere a little closer to the mountain, so a little bit to the north, that there is a small swamp that has slowly begun to be created. And there are reports that there has been a small black dragon flying around in it.
Ooh.
It is reported that it also has taken several lives thus far of various travelers.
That's no
Let's go kill a dragon. We can get the Dragon Slayer achievement and title.
What would Jada know about dragons?
Give me a intelligence check. Just straight intelligence.
10.
I mean, you would
They're big and scaly?
Yeah, you know that they're decently sized. They're please.
Dragons are big.
They look vaguely like your traveling companion.
And lizard.
I'm not sure what more Jada would know other than what they look like, and that they have various
fighting
types.
A dragon. What else you got?
I want to fight a dragon.
You can go do it then. Have fun.
Perfect.
We're not. We don't have suicide. We don't want to be committing suicide.
It's a small dragon. It'll be fine.
Even a young dragon is pretty formidable foe.
Yeah, it can be.
Especially a black dragon.
Yeah, black dragons are some of the stronger ones. Red is what you really need to look out for.
Yeah.
Typically, ice dragons are the weakest.
Yeah, because if I recall correctly, they're the most animalistic.
The least intelligent, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm having issues. My 5e tools.
It's been fucky lately.
Yeah.
If you've got, if you download it offline, it works just fine.
Oh shit, I do have it offline, so I'll probably switch to that then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is it?
Come on, I need a good job.
Whatever, I can't find it.
I need money.
Um,
Tired of being broke.
Maybe you should discuss this with the rest of your party.
I'll find something I know we can handle, and I'll bring it back to you guys for consideration. I'm not gonna take the job.
Or we
I'm
could
just gonna
skip this
note it
long.
down.
Or we could skip this long process. Have you come back, and then we deliberate on this together. Skipping out the middleman or cutting out the middleman.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll just bring you guys back here. I'm gonna leave and
That's
head
fair.
somewhere else.
Okay. So
What
you're
was everyone else doing right now? I forget.
going to bed.
Okay, cool. So I've got like 4 hours to do whatever.
That's why.
Let's see. Let's take a look at this map that we've got. Where the hell was the map?
Campaign
There
info.
it is.
I'm the map.
Let's go to the Hanley Guild House.
I didn't think you'd do this so fucking soon. What the fuck?
Are you not ready?
No, I'm ready. I just didn't expect you to do this thing.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
What time of day is it, by the way?
It's nighttime.
Like 5 p.m.?
8 probably
PM?
closer to like 7 or 8. Maybe 9.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright then. Yeah.
The Hanley Guild House.
Yeah.
So,
I won't stand out as much if I'm alone, I guess.
yeah. It's not a far walk, as I'm sure you can see.
Doesn't look like it.
So yeah, you make your way past the closed down market, which is
I'll have to
all
come
those
there during
tents.
the day.
You see that all the tents pretty much have the curtains like completely all the tents are completely closed up. There's nothing really being shown on display. There's no one around. There are a couple people that you see they're probably like teenager age roughly. They appear to be doing stuff, but you don't pay much mind
Some
to
hoodlums.
it. You assume that
What are they
whether
doing?
one of them, it kind of looks like they're, you know what? Yeah, you're a rogue. You've done some stuff in your life. It looks like they're keeping watch.
Okay.
And you notice that they're kind of standing fairly close. There's like a couple inches between them, but they're like facing their bodies, trying to like put themselves up a little bit, make themselves look a little tough, while trying to clearly hide something going on behind them.
You're the bitch.
Oh, they're the lookouts. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to take a closer look at this.
Okay. I will say, are you? I assume you're trying to be stealthy about this.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
There should be plenty to hide behind.
Yeah.
All these
for
tents
sure.
around.
And it's dark out.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they have.
Fucking 27.
You start using the tents to your advantage and slowly sneaking your way closer. As you get closer and closer, you start to hear what sounds like rummaging. Someone's clearly going through stuff. You hear a voice go, "Come on, man, we gotta hurry up. Someone finds us."
Can I just like appear through the other side of the tent?
Yeah, if you want.
I want to get like I want to get
Just
a better
Kool-Aid
feel
Man,
for what
man.
they're currently doing.
Just Kool-Aid Man.
So you as quietly and as stealthily as possible move a bit of the tent and can peek in, and you can see that there are the two people keeping watch, and then there's another person inside this tent, and he is moving through stuff. You can see what he's rummaging through appears to be just very basic jewelry. It's in the typical jewelry case, display case. He's like kind of picking some stuff up and like tossing in a bag. And you know, he notices something actually a little bit closer to you, and you watch as he stands up and starts walking closer to you. Not paying attention to you, but there you notice what he sees, which is what appears to be instead of the basic jewelry that he was looking at, he's walking closer to a single display case. It has one item in it, which appears to be a bright red gem connected to a necklace.
When he reaches for it, I'd like to use my invisible mage hand to like push his hand away,
Ooh.
and then like stand up.
Okay.
So like he'll feel something push back against his hand, and then I just stand up out of nowhere.
So you are,
Surprise, bitch.
by standing up, you're full on revealing yourself, correct?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Just to the one inside. The
yeah,
tent,
yeah.
though.
You
Put my
watch
finger
as
to my
he-
lips so it not make a noise.
You watch as he starts reaching for it, and right before he grabs the lock, you push your hand, the mage hand, into him, and you watch as like he feels it and just looks at his hand. What the? And then sees you stand up and just like you watch as he just like almost starts screaming, sees you go shh, and he just grabs his mouth.
I'm gonna whisper to him. You know that one's an obvious trap, right? Something that valuable on its own in a case, it's definitely got some sort of alarm on it.
Who the fuck are you, lady?
Just saw some people doing something I'm pretty good at, decided to give you some pointers.
What? Who does that?
I do. Probably the only one.
Okay. He just kind of has like this terrified look on his face, and he's just very confused. But he's like, "So you're saying I shouldn't take it?"
Not this one, no.
Okay.
There's a chance it would be fine, but you've no way of knowing. And it's the more valuable one, probably the most valuable here, looking around. And it's in a case on its own. Does that not seem suspicious to you?
I mean, would that just because it's the most valuable?
Yeah, that's why they put that one in an alarm. They don't need to get it out often, so they don't need to worry about the alarm.
What's your passive perception? It's above 10, right?
Yeah, it's 15.
Okay. You, as you're standing there talking to this kid, you hear slightly behind
I'm
you.
whispering, of course.
Yeah, but you hear behind you, because you're both whispering, you can pick up pretty much anything. But you hear footsteps, trying to be stealthy, but not doing so very well. How do you?
I would have left my owl outside. Can I see what it is?
Yeah. It appears to be one of the guys that you saw out front, currently trying to sneak up on you.
Okay. You're gonna have to tell
Hey kids,
your
want to see a dead
friends
body?
you have some work to do on stealth before you can sneak up on someone like me.
He kind of looks a little confused and says, "What are you talking about?"
When he gets close enough that he's just on the other side of the tent, I just like to punch the canvas.
Make an attack roll. I will.
Well, I'm not trying to hit him. I'm just trying to spook him.
Oh, okay.
Just when I can tell he's directly on the other side of it, just punch the canvas.
Okay.
To startle him.
Yeah, you'll hear. What the? And you'll hear another one that you assume still to the front. He says, "Did you get her?" And then the guy inside's like, "Get who? What's happening?" And you hear they're all just like whisper yelling, just like, "What the fuck's going on? We just need to get the fuck out of here." And the guy in the tent's like, "Thanks, lady," and like grabs his bag and starts rushing out of the tent.
And then Jada steals that big one.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Knew exactly what was gonna happen.
it is locked.
Yep.
Oh,
So
I figured it was locked.
I
I've
will
got
need-
expertise with thieves' tools. Do you even need me to roll?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Why don't you get a nat one?
DC is 30.
Man, this was so fucking obvious. Even Stevie Wonder could have seen that coming.
Can I make a thieves' tools check? No, I can't. Okay. I'll make a stealth roll with disadvantage, since that'll cancel out the advantage that I have, and it'll have the same bonus.
Wow.
Wow.
Rip.
Yeah.
Plus 11 don't mean shit if you roll a 3. God
You
damn.
don't manage to get this thing unlocked.
Smash the glass and take it.
Luck ain't a lady tonight.
We're cavemen, SpongeBob. We have technology. Smashes glass, takes.
So, as you smash the
I'll
glass,
take my fucking rapier hilt and just smash the glass and take it.
as you smash the glass, you watch as the illusion fades, and there it is an empty case.
Lamau.
I
Debated.
figured.
Debated. That's great.
You
Figures.
have 10 seconds until the guards arrive.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And
get
then-
the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Cast fucking
right
fairy
right
fire
as
on
you sneak out of the tent, you can hear in the distance a couple much older voices, definitely compared to the children that you were just with. But some of them are saying, "One of the alarms is going off. Get over there quick!" And you
Yeah,
hear
I'm gonna get the fuck out of there as
footsteps.
fast as possible.
So
They only see the smoke cloud that you leave, or the Scooby-Doo dust cloud you leave behind.
So yeah, you sprint off. I assume you're gonna continue on your way to the Hanley.
Yeah,
house.
this was
Okay.
just a distraction.
Okay. So you find yourself.
I was
coming...
right though.
Yes.
I
you were
warned
right.
them.
Yeah.
There's no way they would have gotten away from the guards after doing that.
No,
Probably
if only
not.
you had heeded your own advice.
I'm experienced in this.
Yeah.
I knew I could get away.
Yeah. More than likely, if she didn't intervene, the kids probably would have been caught.
Yeah.
And you
That
could
was
have
my
saved
goal.
them from
Especially-
a life of
especially
crime
when you
by letting
consider-
them get caught.
That they were only watching one entrance to the tent.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, look on the bright side. You just prevented. How many kids were there?
3.
3.
There were 3 in total. Look, you just removed 3 more rogues from the world because you interrupted their backstory.
Damn, he's right.
Now they're gonna get home before their parents have a chance to die.
Oh shit!
Bro.
Hold on, I'm rolling the dice for their parents' death now. Wait, I'll roll D100, higher or lower. We'll start with Jada. Higher or lower. And by higher or lower, I mean 50. 50 is the base.
Here. Fuck,
Okay.
straight gin isn't as tasty as I thought it was.
I can't get this
Must
dice
have been
out.
drunk last time I did it.
I'll go with higher.
Okay. That was a higher and then a lower? Or a lower and a higher?
Don't worry, if
Yeah,
we all
first two
bet
of 'em.
a different thing, then they won't die.
No, not necessarily, because I think he's rolling for each one of them.
Rip. Oh well.
Alright, wait, so Brandon said higher, right? Okay. Okay.
Did Brendan say lower?
Brendan
I said
said
lower.
higher.
Oh.
Or, yeah, higher.
I'll say lower for the third one, since there's 3 of them, right? Because I'm going for 42, and that's lower.
Damn.
How many more rogues we got in this world?
2.
2 more rogues? Oh no.
On Brandon's, I rolled a 40, so lower. On Roach's, who said higher, I rolled a 6. And on yours, who
Okay.
said lower, I rolled 96.
What do we roll on the
Oh
percent?
boy.
What percentage do we roll on to see which one of them becomes Batman?
Ooh. If I
None
hit
of them are rich
100,
enough.
if I hit 100,
Look, if any rogue was gonna become Batman, it would have been Jada.
true. Alright, rolling for Batman. Oh, I even rolled a 10 on the D10.
Rolling for Batman. That's a fucking thing that was just said.
Yep.
Bro. Oh well. Batman doesn't exist yet. Maybe one day.
Like I said, if any rogue in this world was gonna be Batman, it would have been Jada.
True.
She had access to the money.
I'll use my cloak of the bat to fly away to prove I am Batman.
I was waiting for it.
Oh my god, it's Batman.
It's Batgirl.
Budget Batman.
Batgirl, yeah. Bellinor would have been Batman basically then. Just way less cool.
Copyright strike.
No, it's free.
I mean, if we sing it, it's a cover. It's
Yeah.
fine.
So
We just can't.
Jada,
We just can't play the whole thing.
I have made my scuffed mojito again.
Jada,
Pretty good.
you
Yes.
Stuffed mojito did you make?
arrive at the
It's
front gate of the Hanley Guildhouse. A
I'll
somewhat
type my
familiar
recipe.
sight. A familiar sight
Yeah.
from when you visited the city various times throughout your youth.
Mm-hmm.
And really nothing's changed. It's everything's still the same. There is a metal fence surrounding it to ensure security as best as it can. The fence is about 10 feet high with pointed edges at the top. You can see that the gate is currently locked, which
They're
I
closed.
imagine wouldn't be an issue for you.
Are they closed?
Well, so they have business hours, but people do still live at the house. They live and manage
guild
the house.
house.
Yeah. Some of the you would know that there are 3 people that live and manage it. There are a couple people that, at least from your time visiting it, 3 people lived, managed it. There were a couple other workers there, but they didn't live in the house. The 3 were some of the most trusted people within your family.
In an area of dim light or darkness, you can grip the edges of the cloak with both hands and use it to fly at a speed of 40 feet.
You can
I
fly
just
right
fly
over.
over the gate. Yeah,
That's
easy.
fair. That works just as well. So have everything ready. Okay. So yeah, you fly right over. You land in the small little courtyard of the guild house. There's a nice grassy area. You're walking on the sidewalk currently. You can see that there's 2 trees that are being well kept. You can see that they've definitely grown a good bit in size since you've last been here. It's been 100 years, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, the trees have definitely grown a little bit, but it does seem like they're trimmed down a little bit. So yeah. You, I assume, just walk up to the front door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell, I'll knock.
Okay. So yeah, you'll walk up. You can see it. The house is still lit inside. There's still lights within the house. So you'll walk up, knock on it, and you'll.
I don't
stand
need to
there.
sneak in.
Yeah, you'll stand and you'll wait. And about 40 seconds go by. Right as you're fixing to knock on the door again, you hear the sliding of a chain, and then a lock turning, and then another lock turning, and then the door handle. As the door slowly opens, yeah, it turns into the Jada show. Just hijacking everything.
Yep.
We better all get some fucking one-on-one time or whatever the fuck this is called.
Perhaps
Yes,
not this
but
session.
not
but
this
next
session. So, no, there would definitely be one-on-one time for everyone, but right now it's Jada's one-on-one apparently. So, you watch as the door will open slowly, and standing there is an actually unfamiliar face to you. It appears to be some sort of house servant, a maid. She's older in age. You can see that she is most likely human. You don't see pointed ears, and her skin is just sort of that normal. Hers is more of a tan, a very light tan to it, but you can definitely tell she is more than likely human. She looks at you with a puzzled face and says, "Miss, can I help you with anything? We're actively closed tonight."
here to see someone in particular. Is Nor home?
Just 1 second. I'll go talk to him. Do you mind if I give him a name? Can I?
Yeah, Jada.
Okay. And she'll close the door. And you'll hear one of the locks get turned back, just as a precaution. But she won't go out of her way to lock every single thing again.
Does it look like there's any recognition of the name?
Not from her. Yeah, you didn't really see any recognition.
Okay, didn't
but
think so.
She's also you don't know how much she would know. She is, from the looks of it, just a maid.
And a human.
Yeah.
All right. I have perfected the alchemical experimentation to turn myself back into a human. All right.
Jesus.
bet.
I just
you
thought
weren't a
that,
bear.
I thought that maybe someone who works for my family may have heard of me.
I know, I'm just a different type of bear now.
There's so many variables to it, especially with it being a human.
Yeah. From what I gathered, you have been gone longer than she's been alive.
Yeah.
Probably.
More than likely,
Yeah.
yeah.
But after what's about a minute exactly, you hear heavy sounding footsteps in
That's
somewhat of a
promising.
rush. And then you hear as the door is grabbed and then yanked at, and you watch as like the lock kind of shit bends just a tiny bit, and you're just like, oh Jesus fuck. And then you hear oh shit. And then the door kind of gets pressed back a little bit, and then the lock gets turned back, and then you watch as the door is just thrown open again, and standing before you, the large 7'8" and all 300 plus pounds Furbolg, your familiar, pretty much almost godfather.
I thought
Nor.
I was familiar as an owl.
No.
I was about to say, Jesus Christ, when did Avery get in this bitch?
The owl would be on my shoulder, though.
And despite all your nimbleness and all your years of preparing to be able to dodge anything, you can't dodge the bear hug that's coming.
I wouldn't try.
So you watch as Nor throws the door open and just immediately goes into a bear hug and picks you up and is squeezing you a little too tight, and he says,
"Damn, he didn't even make sure it was me."
that would have been awkward.
I mean, now he knows it's not a disguised self.
Are you just bulging out the top and bottom like a fucking squeaky toy?
Yeah, just oh, I can't breathe.
I'm gonna tap him however I can.
And you'll even hear a voice from behind him just be like, "No, you're choking her." And he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Sets me down. You hear a few discs in my back.
Yeah, he's like,
realign.
Do you need me to pop your back into place or shoulder?
I'll be fine. I've got someone. Go ahead, do it.
You watch as they'll take one of his huge hands, which is they're massive.
He picks you up and just spins you like a fucking.
And he just kind of uses his hand to kind of push your back a little bit, and you just feel it pop. You're just oh, that's the shit.
There you go.
It's I'm sorry, your excitement overtook me.
You got good at that. A lot of practice.
No comment.
Still single, Ben?
He's a chiropractor on the side.
Maybe.
Maybe?
He's a doctor.
There was another Furbolg in town for a while. We hit it off, but that's enough about me. Come inside, please.
Oh yeah, of course.
And he'll lead you inside, and whereas the exterior has not really changed, the interior has. You notice that there is things that you remember, that used to be a desk right there. Now it's not a desk. There just appears to be some indoor shrubbery, a coat hanger, a couple a table with various shelves that appears to be for anyone that's visiting to place personal items they would not want to bring in any further. So he'll lead you along. He'll say, "Just go ahead and follow me real quick. I'll lead you to our our dining room. We can chat. And you'll hear him call out, Koz. And you'll hear the older woman that you spoke to previously respond and say, yes, sire.
What was her name?
Koz. Aoze.
Koz.
Um,
Okay. It's an odd name.
Look on the right side. It's not KOS.
yeah. Yeah. You do kind of get the feeling. You've seen a lot of humans, especially humans from Kuranir. They usually are more sort of this very distinct pale. Very distinct pale. They're usually a little bit skinnier. Whereas this woman has a bit thicker. She has a very dark tan compared to a lot of the humans that you've seen throughout Kuranir. So you get that she's maybe foreign.
Tunisian, probably. It's my guess.
You'd actually be right.
Hey. Racial profiling.
Yeah.
Somebody clip that.
It's not racial profiling.
No,
it's just
it's not.
that
It's just,
the Ignis
it's a good
Empire
joke.
is predominantly made from deserts.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
This is what happens when you use the same world for multiple campaigns.
yeah, it's true. Don't worry, I have a second
the
one.
same
I
shit.
have a second one in the works, but I'm not going to reveal it for a very long time. I feel.
Cool.
So,
One that
Perfectly
doesn't
fine
have
with that.
Poggers as a canonical kingdom
know.
name.
We'll never know.
Poggerino.
No, it still will. It's just he made a new world. He was tired of this one. The joke wasn't told though.
Actually, the new world's actually more of a pseudo real world.
Yeah.
Yeah, but made cooler.
What? Because there's magic and shit.
Yeah.
Woo!
So,
I have a great backup character now. Thanks, Noah.
no, please.
I'm making a backup character.
Is it an isekai character?
No, of course not.
I have a backup character
is.
too,
It's a-
who is quite the change
A
from
guy named
Jada.
Joseph.
Bruh.
I have actually I have 3 options for backup characters.
And he sent me all 3 of them so far.
I still haven't made a single one.
You can
Yeah.
borrow one of Brandon's.
Yeah, that's.
Imagine.
So,
Honestly, you probably wouldn't mind the first one.
yeah, so Nora leads you into a quaint little dining room. You can see that there's already the table seems to have just had everything taken off of it. You can see that there's a couple stains on it from some messy eating. There is actually a candle still lit on the table. And overall, I will say, because I don't want to go into full-on detail and drag this on, but everything in the guild house is elegant. It is made to look very showy, very top-notch.
As expected.
Yeah.
I expect nothing less of my family.
Yeah. It
Go
is
over the top in everything they do.
most certainly over the top. That was exactly what I was just fixing to say. So, Nor will pull out his chair for you and say, "Go ahead, sit, please."
Yeah, of course.
And he'll make his way to the chair. We can see there's some stains from the clear messy eating, and you'll watch as he'll start pulling that chair out and say, "I'll switch chairs," and move to the chair next to you as opposed to across from you. And he'll sit down, and you watch as Koz, the maid, will return, holding cups of tea, and will place it down in front of both of you, and she'll give a bow, and Nor will say, "Feel free to continue what you were doing." And he'll then turn his attention to you, and you'll watch as he reaches for the teacup, and is just like, "Oh, you grabbed the wrong cup." whatever. You watch as he like grabs using like 2 fingers and has to grab the cup because it's clearly way too small for him. But he'll just chug it all down in one go, place it back down, and still look at you and say, "So, Jada, wow,
Yeah. Been a while, hasn't it?
100
I mean,
years,
roughly, give or take 10.
Tell me, everything. What? How are you doing? I guess first off,
Probably the best I've been in over 50, well, 30 years.
that's great to hear.
Yeah.
Um,
I finally have friends.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay, that's
Dick.
that's fair.
No, I'm only joking, of course. You always had a way with people, whether you admit it.
Yeah,
or
but I
not.
never had any real friends.
Well, I think me and you both know why.
Yeah,
Carrying the name that you carry, it's can be rough.
a number of reasons.
So
Yeah, they didn't really know who I was, so that's cool.
that's good.
They know now.
That's also good.
And somehow they haven't left me. It's a little odd.
What kind of
They're a chaotic bunch, but
perfect then?
I like them.
So, I don't even know what to ask. What have you been up to, I guess?
Well, immediately after I was kicked out, I was kind of just living on the street. Had no idea what I was doing. So, kind of struggled for a couple years. Then I
wish you'd
figured
get
out I wasn't in town. Also, I sort of assumed my parents would let you know that I was disowned.
And you think that would have stopped me from letting you live here? I'm not that shallow of a person.
In retrospect, yeah. That would have been a better decision than what I did. Well, to put it bluntly, I took to a life of crime. It was crime that got me into this problem, and it's crime that got me out of it.
Just like alcohol, the solution is the problem.
Yep.
Well,
And then, that was my only way to survive for a while. I managed to make a life for myself where I wasn't struggling to survive any longer. I was definitely no closer to an honest life, though. Well, what others would call honest. It was what I had to do. Then I met someone.
someone.
I fell in love. Yeah.
You?
Yeah. I
Wow.
know. Hard to believe.
He gives a hearty chuckle.
Yeah, I'll pull out the gold necklace with the ring on it. It went pretty far. But
Mortal.
yeah. They weren't an elf.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, since then
I'm sure you don't
I
need
don't
me
know.
to say it, but as someone that's lived a long life, I enjoy the moments that you did
understand.
spend with them.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
So,
And, after quite a while of being on the straight and narrow, my whole world got turned upside down I was alone again. So I survived alone, basically the only way I was familiar with, which involves stealing things.
Oh.
That's not why I'm here today, but I am broke, if you know what I mean.
Of course,
Wink,
you
wink.
only ask for money.
Jada.
What? Look,
I won't give you handouts.
I figured, I just thought I'd ask. People change, you know. You haven't, but frankly, I haven't either.
I see that.
Thinking back on it. The bird's new.
It is. I was wondering about it. I didn't know how to ask, though.
Sort of a wizard's familiar, and I'll take the bird, put him on the table.
Does Jada's
Something
bird
like
have
that.
a name?
I've not named it, no.
Damn.
Okay, I was kind of wondering.
You'll
Probably
watch
get around
as,
to that.
Ulrich has a
Holy
name for his
shit.
lizard, and he's had his familiar for way shorter amount of time.
I don't know. I sort of consider the bird more of an extension of myself than its own thing.
It's Jada Jada Jr. But you'll watch as Nora will just kind of scratch it a little bit, and the bird seems to enjoy it, and he'll just pet it here and there before turning his attention back to you.
Yeah. Other than that, I'm still the same person.
I don't think so.
Well,
The old Jada never would have stuck around with the people.
that's true. I suppose I've matured a bit.
I think so.
Living an
Definitely will.
entire human life will do that.
It will. So.
So,
I'm sure you know, but I figured I'd ask. I assume you know your parents had another child, right?
I've met him, yeah.
Have.
I didn't let him know who I was, but I met him. Mhm.
Well,
He's, interesting.
yeah, I'm sure you know he took after you exceptionally well.
Yeah, he reminds me of myself before I did a little bit of growing up.
Yeah. It's
God,
The
I
one-
can't imagine what that's like.
the one difference he has going for him is he at least has someone keeping him in line at times.
He's wonderful. A lot better than he is.
I figured if you met him, you met her. She is
Yeah.
a good person.
You know they're kind of a thing, right?
Everyone
Figured you of all
knows.
people would know.
Everyone knows. Your mother approved. Your father does not.
That's about what I expected, yeah.
But the reason why I bring it up is they're currently in the house as well.
My parents? Or my brother?
And Claire. They're currently upstairs asleep. In different rooms.
Unfortunate.
He
Well,
assumed they're in different rooms. He sent them to different rooms.
Yes.
well, how long ago did they go to bed?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Probably a few minutes before you got here. Assuming they
Oh,
didn't,
so they're probably not even asleep yet.
more than likely.
I think with you here is probably the best chance I'll get to introduce myself to my brother.
Maybe.
He can't kill me.
That's true. And you'll watch this, he'll just look over to the door, which you
Oh, though.
he'll look
Why was
over
that what I was worried about?
Yeah. You watch
I really
this,
don't have a good impression of myself if I think he's just like me.
Yeah. You'll watch as Nora will just look to the left at the door where you saw Koz come in through with the tea, and he'll look and say, The two eavesdroppers can walk in now. And you'll watch as the door gets pushed open, and Claire walks in, like, in a nightgown. Her hair is, like, a mess, and she's like, how do you always know?
He just does. Honestly, I'm the sneakiest person I know, and he still gets me.
And she'll walk in,
it's a sixth sense.
She'll walk around and, like, pat you on the back, and she'll be like, it makes you feel better. I saw pictures I already knew.
And he hasn't figured it out.
He had his suspicions, but he never really cared much for his sister that was never...
That's fair.
No offense.
No,
there's
fair.
A bit more of a pause, but a little bit later you watch as the tall figure of your younger brother, Arun.
How does it feel to have your suspicions confirmed?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean...
I wouldn't know how to react either.
It was just kind of this weird thing when we first met, where I guess I just saw Mom in you at some point.
Yeah, you definitely look more like Dad.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Works for now, but let's hope
She
I don't
doesn't
get
mind,
bald
though.
and fat.
God, I hope so.
Uh,
I hope not. Better wording there.
Freudian slip.
I also want to point out that was totally on accident that me and Brandon just sighed at the same time, but I'm gonna say it happened in game with Arun and Jada.
Oh, I'm sure.
What do you mean?
We both sighed at the exact same time. I don't think you could hear it because you were sighing actively, so
No,
I think we like
I
cancel
didn't
each other
hear it.
out. But that was perfect. But he'll just kind of sit there and just be like, "So you did crime, huh?"
Yeah, it was kind of the only way I knew to survive on the streets alone.
You'll watch as he holds his hand out and says, "Where's my bag?"
It's long gone.
I know you're lying, but I won't push it.
What do you mean? I don't have your gold pouch.
It was at the bag of holding that you have.
That's not his.
Yeah.
No, it's
No.
not. The bag of holding that she has is the one that she stole from
Is it?
the
From the
shopkeeper.
magic
Yeah.
item store, yeah. I stole a bag of holding and a
Oh,
plus
yeah.
one longsword.
He had the wallet of holding.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
had the wallet.
And I ditched it as soon as I realized it had a
that's
tracker on it.
true.
Yeah, mention it.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
I
forgot.
knew it had a tracker on it, so I ditched it as soon as I could.
No,
I'll give you all the gold I have.
I just wanted that damn wallet
Gold.
back.
It's in a crate with our family's logo on it, so not
Who
completely.
knows what part of the world it's in right now?
Yeah, I tried.
Well, someone just found a very nice wallet.
My
It is a
Valentino white
nice
bag.
wallet. Didn't it have tracking magic on it though? Couldn't you just
Oh
find
no,
it?
that was a ploy.
Well, I was pretty sure
Fake
that
tracking magic.
Ogden actually disabled that.
Yeah, I think
thought that was part of
Ogden-
like the.
Ogden did attempt to disable something, but I don't think he.
No, I'm the one that identified that it had
Yeah,
a
he
tracker
identified
on it.
He didn't
Yeah.
disable it.
But you said that this is like ingrained so deeply in it that it would take like a genuine like master enchanter or some shit to undo it or whatever.
Yeah.
So
The
you just don't think
enchanter-
it's worth it to go get it?
Not at this point anymore. I could just. It has a warranty.
Oh well, there you go. I hope it
Yeah.
covers theft.
It should. I hope. When I get back to Vigneland.
If it doesn't,
Don't worry.
I could. How much was it?
A lot.
How much?
Somewhere in the 600 gold range. But, like I said, don't worry about it. I could just somehow take some of Dad's money.
That's chump change for our parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won't even notice.
I also will add, like, Nor and Claire are just kind of, like, sitting there, just silently, just watching you two, like, talk back and forth. Nor will eventually chime in and just be like, you two are natural.
Yeah,
Especially when you
charisma
talk.
runs in the family.
You could probably fool some people into thinking you're identical. Not in terms of
Twins?
look, I guess, but just in personality.
The word is fraternal.
Yeah. Whatever.
We probably could, though. And the fact that we could shows me that our parents have not changed at all in 100 years.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that?
Well,
Isn't that? How old are you?
actually, I pulled up his character sheet.
He has stats. We can kill him.
Yes. Actually, he doesn't have
I'm
stats.
curious how long our parents waited before having another child.
117 years old.
117, eh?
Yeah.
They didn't wait very long.
No, they fucking didn't.
In fact, technically, Jada, you would kind of figure this out. Pretty much, that means that your mom was pregnant right as you were.
God damn it.
Yeah. So.
Did they ever tell you enough about me to get a good impression of what I'm like, other than a criminal?
I mean, Dad only spoke poorly of you. Said, always forced the stupid training on me. Said, if I ever turn out like my sister, I'll end up somewhere worse than in the street.
I did end up in the streets for a few years.
Mom at first was kind of like, oh god, what if I have a second child that turns out to be a hood rat or a shitty person?
Hood.
But I guess in recent years she kind of regrets a lot of the stuff. At least that's what she's told me. I don't. That's on you whether you believe that or not. Back before I left for my expedition, she said if I ever saw you somehow, despite not ever seeing a picture of you or knowing what you look like, say that you should go visit her at home.
When I'm in town, I'll do that.
Good luck.
I mean, as long as Dad doesn't know I'm there, he'd probably kill me.
I probably.
So they never told you the nature of the crimes that ended up getting me kicked out then?
Oh, don't worry. I know.
So you know to what end I was doing so. Yeah. I was trying to help our family's company.
No, I get that. I just think normally when people are doing stuff like that, they hire someone to do it for plausible deniability.
They didn't know I was doing it, so they had plausible.
They did have plausible deniability. I think it's just the practice they didn't want. No.
It also was never publicly found out.
No, technically not. Yeah.
Dad kind of caught me in the act.
Well, there's some closer business allies that rumor flies, especially around Vigneron. You know this as I do. But yeah, there was a couple rumors went around, and your old dad had to, snuff the rumors out by giving an official statement. He said that you eloped a guy.
I didn't.
Yeah, I know.
Not until 20 years later.
That was the official statement. That's all I'm saying. That's what he
I
told all his
see.
business
Okay.
partners, because there was always these old guys showing up, just like, oh man, your daughter, she's right.
Oh
at the
damn, where'd
marriaging
that
age.
cute girl go?
Yeah, and I'm just like,
Oh,
you
Jesus.
sick fucks.
I was thinking the prepared statement was going to be, we unequivocally denounce the heinous
No,
actions
they would
of our...
never let it be public knowledge that
Yeah.
a member of their family was a criminal.
Yeah, it would ruin their reputation. Like completely.
Knowing medieval society, it would probably be like, "Don't worry, the people that she killed were poor. It's all right."
Yeah, it's like
She might have murdered a bunch
Jada's
of people, but it's all right.
backstory.
They were poor.
Jada's backstory is kind of like John Wick, kinda. Like the Russian guy, what's his name? Vigo?
Vigo? Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, the bodies he buried that day laid the foundation for what we are now.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I will say your family was decently like
they were decently wealthy, but I took out their major competition.
Yeah, they were national. Now they're international.
Yeah, thanks to me.
Yeah. So,
got any questions for me? If our parents haven't changed at all, then I don't have any for you. Just Nor.
Yeah. I don't really have anything. Nor. It's
Nor.
Norfarin.
Yeah, Norfarin.
Because all I've been hearing is I know it's Nor, but it's just in my head. I can't stop thinking Norm.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Norm.
Hi, I'm Norm. So
I want to be a real furball.
Arun will actually end up at some point after you guys converse for a little bit, just maybe sharing like some funny stories that happened at your childhoods or something, you know, like just learning a little bit more about your younger brother and seeing maybe a different side than what you saw originally.
Yeah.
But you definitely see a lot of similarities between yourself and him.
Lovely.
But it seems like he had that stuff more trained out of him. But he will eventually say, "Oh, the time's escaped from me. We do have something."
One last question.
Yeah.
If you don't have a side hobby of being a white-collar criminal, what do you do for fun?
He points at his girlfriend.
No.
She's his bodyguard.
Yeah.
No. His bodyguard is the one that raises her hand.
She's.
Oh my god.
Is she still standing behind me?
No, she sat down next to you after kind of like patting you on the back and like whispering at you for a second. She sat down afterwards.
Okay.
No, she's not just standing over you, just like the more like you jokes you make, she slowly just starts tightening her grip in your shoulders, nails digging in.
Jesus.
You can feel it through your armor. You're just like, why?
Not really.
But no. He just kind of hooks you and says, "That's a great question."
You don't have an answer?
Not really made too many hobbies, I guess.
So you're bored.
Well, I didn't have any hobbies until I got into town.
You found something then?
Yeah. There's
Is it espionage?
No. It's nothing illegal.
Oh, damn.
It's gambling.
You're gonna say this is boring or some shit, but there's a huge ass library here.
I like your brother.
So you like reading?
I was expecting bird watching or some shit.
I, for the longest time, did not give a single shit about it. Damn. There's some interesting stuff out there.
I need to introduce you to someone.
No thanks.
Well, you don't want friends?
Oh.
He's not like me.
Oh, I didn't know you meant friends.
He's actually responsible.
Typically, that line means something completely different.
Responsible.
Oh, you thought I meant like a romantic partner. You got her, don't you?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, please. The way she's blushing? You think I'm gonna fall for that?
You actually look over and she's just like dead face. She's like has no emotion on her face right now. Just like
she was last time.
I have no clue what you're talking about. Anyways, I
approve.
Jada, where are you staying?
Why?
Wondering. There's whatever. It doesn't matter that much. I was just curious. Uh, do you have plans in the morning? It's morning to afternoon. Pretty much, it'll be going on for a while. Not thus far.
No, I don't. Can I bring friends?
Sure.
I promise. Only one of them is questionable.
I think you'll find this pretty interesting. They do semi-public trials where total scumbags are pretty much thrown into the street, and everything that they've done bad is.
So he's basically taking us to watch Judge Judy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
There's some cool people I'd like you to meet, there, especially. But yeah.
I'm gonna roll insight on that.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not taking me to Judge Judy so that I could be put on trial, is he?
God. What the fuck?
11.
You don't think so?
I've never been caught. There's no evidence to
that would be
crimes.
that'd be a very weird thing to do. But you don't have a good read on whether or not he'd do that.
I'll just keep an exit plan.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll get the distraction explosives ready.
Yeah, he'll just he'll say, yeah, around Claire can meet you at the gate of the, you know where the Vale District English. The Vale District is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, meet Claire at the gate there. She can lead you to it.
I'm actually staying in the Vale District.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
I'm
hesitant to tell you since you're still in contact with our parents, and I don't really want to fuck over my friends.
Oh. I'm not sure how I'd do that, but alright. Understandable.
I don't know you well enough, I'm sorry.
I guess I could say the same. He'll stand up, say, alright, I'm gonna head to bed now.
Yeah,
and we'll
sleep well.
Make his way around and go upstairs. Nor will kind of like sit forward and be like, well, that was an interesting...
It was an interesting conversation.
You see what I was saying? You have so much in common. Minus the crime thing, but...
Want to do some crimes.
Man, my heartbeat. Whew. Racing.
Also,
meeting a brother you've never met in 100 years.
I think Claire fell asleep. And you look over and realize like she's just kind of like head back, just eyes closed.
You can carry her, right?
Yeah.
I'll help.
I appreciate the offer. I don't think I need it.
Yeah, you're right. You don't need it.
And I will also state that you probably have been here for like an hour and a half at this point, just conversing, just talking various things.
Yeah.
But Nor will look at you and say, well, unless you have anything else you want to talk about.
Got any work? I wasn't lying when I said I was broke.
I'm
sort of an adventurer now. I guess that's what you'd call it.
Especially if you're an adventurer, I could probably line you up for some sort of bodyguard mission, transporting some stuff. You don't mind being on the road for a couple days?
Couple days? No. A couple weeks? I would have to think about it.
I'll try to make sure it's something somewhere nearby then. There's a couple supply camps around that a couple places or a couple carts have been taking stuff to. There's been a lot.
I'm not super busy at the moment, but we do have future plans.
With all the stuff that's happening in Tumen Zahar, there's a lot of supplies going to that city.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I was part of the group that discovered the Tomb of Scatho Rat.
Cool. So
He doesn't care.
I'll say job.
Inwardly, he's just thinking, nerd.
But he'll just so yeah, I'll have something lined up for you.
Is my girl a serial killer? Worse. She's a nerd.
A thief. To a rich person, the worst crime anyone can commit is thievery.
Indeed. So, Nor will stand up at this point and say, "All right, I guess
I'll see you around."
Likewise.
Been nice.
How long are you gonna be in the city?
Probably a week or so.
Good to hear.
Does that sound right to you guys?
You guys have no clue how long you're gonna be here. It could be forever.
Cool.
You could die here.
Also, we're not here to help you out in this conversation.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. I was out of character anyway, but whatever.
So, yeah, Nor will. You'll watch as they like kind of pick Claire up, and Claire's like. I'll also say, no, I guess you did see her in like an actual dress, but once again, it is kind of a bit of a shock to you, just how well built Claire is. Like she is muscular, not like so overly muscular it's unattractive, but she's pretty damn well built. Could probably pick you up.
What race was she again?
Half elf.
That's what I thought.
Why am I just think? Are we talking like she's like Gina Carano or something like that from like fucking lady from Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Wrestler.
She's not
female wrestler.
She's not that thick, but yeah.
I may or may not be a simp. Shut up.
So, anyways.
Honestly, Max, of all people, I never pictured you being a simp. Except for me.
A muscle woman?
He has a point, you know.
But anyways.
I don't want to
moving away from this conversation while we're on stream.
Sure you don't.
So, yeah, you watch as Nora will just kind of pick her up. No issue. Pretty much with just one arm. And then start walking over to the stairs, and he'll say, Koz can take you out. It was great seeing you again. Always
It was
is.
nice seeing you too.
You watch this like pretty much out of nowhere. Koz just kind of like appears, and she's like, "I will do exactly that."
Can you teach me how to be that silent?
I don't know what you're referring to.
What is it with maids?
Nor just
Are maids
laughs
just
and-
built different these days?
I don't know what you're talking about either.
Built different.
Sorry, I was in the home of another wealthy family recently. Their maid was intimidating, to say the least. And stealthy, too.
That's terrifying. Don't die.
She was terrifying.
He'll say don't die as he starts walking up the stairs with Claire in hand.
That's the plan, Nor.
And Koz will go ahead and unlock the door again, open it for you. You can see it's still a little messed up. It's definitely, I say messed up, it's fucked up. It's
You'll
pretty
need to
rough.
fix that.
It happens every once in a while.
Good to know
Well,
he hasn't
it's-
changed that much.
Bye. He
good
picks up the
meeting
door
you.
and puts it
Yeah.
back into the fucking frame.
But-
Good shit.
Koz will give you a bow and she'll say it was wondrous meeting you, Miss Jada Hanley.
It was nice meeting you too. It was especially great seeing someone who feels like family and someone who actually is.
You have a
Oh,
wonderful
wait
night.
till my friends hear about this.
As she's like slowly closing the door after letting you out, and you hear like close the door, and you see it doesn't really latch, and then you hear
I'm
like,
sort of just thinking out loud anyway.
yeah, you hear like start pulling on it even harder until it finally like clicks, and then you hear all the walking again. And as you're walking,
Probably why they
out,
have so many locks in case one of them just breaks.
yeah. But yeah. So, are you heading back into Gregor Mix?
Please.
Yes, and I will fly there.
Okay. So yeah, you'll make your way over there real quick. And we will pick back up with the rest of the group and what they've probably maybe been doing after we take a quick
What have you guys done with your off time?
a quick 10-minute break.
I have been drinking the water.
Gee, I don't fucking know.
So yeah, we'll be back
Yeah.
in 10 minutes or so. Stay tuned.
See you in 20.
Yeah.
I've
30.
added. I've literally
Literally.
added 30. I've added.
And we're back.
Poggers.
Perfect timing.
We're back from our break.
Yeah, Max is T-posing as usual.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm just practicing my audition for this year's Goodyear blimp.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
you might need to put on a little more weight.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
How good are you at getting bloated up with air?
There's a fetish for that.
Okay,
is, yes.
there is,
Yeah,
and we didn't need
there
to talk
is.
about it.
Hey, jump on in chat.
What's up? Finally seeing my DMs,
it's
huh?
Jawbone was summoned by Inflation Fetish.
Oh my god! And now
like
he's
Bradley
gonna
with-
leave. Now
it's
he's
like
gonna
Bradley
leave.
with. It's like Bradley with feet.
Oh my god.
Oh, why? Moving on.
I'm sorry.
So far away from this topic, like it never fucking happened.
Yes, please do.
Jesus. So
I'm feeling the effects of the great amount of gin that I've drank.
I can tell. Wow, that was so.
Moving on.
So,
In all the meanwhile, while Jada was off,
2:00.
while Jada was off doing her own thing,
well, boys, it's Glock o'clock.
reuniting with pseudo family and real family.
Pseudo family.
We'll start with
Brendan might even have heard
Chorus. In all this meanwhile, what have you been up to? Were you heading straight to bed? Was there something you wanted to do beforehand?
Horus
Mega
probably
seems-
is going into a massive sugar coma from the amount of waffles he consumed.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Oh,
So
thank
he
God.
would have excused himself and gone straight to bed and just like flopped down on there. and
Then
that's
would have
it.
had the shits.
That's it for the
Okay.
night.
Heard. Kaylin, likewise, what were you up to? Did you go straight to bed? Was there something you wanted to do before you headed to bed?
I went to the bar. I drank some, and then came back, went to bed.
Okay.
The bar I had
The bar,
a
you
bunch
mean the
of
liquor
alcohol.
cabinet?
the bag of liquor.
Yeah,
That's
her
the bar I had?
yeah.
Bag of liquor.
Yep. Yeah, she
What?
she would have. Yeah, you two would have just sat there in silence, pretty much, just drinking. She just made various drinks for you, served them up to you, asked your opinion on them. You'd be like, "That was pretty good," or "That was I didn't like the taste on that." But that one was way too hardcore. But yeah, you guys do that for a while before you said you then just headed to bed.
Yeah.
Okay, Ogden, I know what you're doing, but let's go ahead and explicitly state it for the stream.
I was using some of those ingredients that I bought to make everybody a vial of Anti-Venom.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can fight a green dragon with no problem now.
So, all three of you can go ahead and add a potion of Anti-Venom to your inventory.
Interesting. I didn't know that was an actual potion.
I'm saying a potion.
I decided to
it's
go
a
with,
vial, potion, whatever. You know.
considering
I'll
the
have
fact
to ask
that
for the
I'm a
stats of
dwarf.
that later.
I'm a dwarf. I mean, I think a good deal of us are in some way resistant to poison, but venom
Nope, not
is
at
not.
all.
Well,
You're the only one.
venom is not poison, and venom is generally speaking more dangerous than poison. What is that face? What are you doing?
No, I won't worry about it. Brandon knows probably what I just read, since I assume he's read it now too.
What?
General.
Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, with the normal amount of spelling errors for Moon.
So,
Okay then.
yeah. So yeah, you successfully make those potions.
After that,
vials.
I'm probably
Don't
just
mind
gonna
me,
be.
just cleaning a firearm.
Technically, while that was brewing, I've been. Is Gregovic asleep? Because I kind of wanted to ask him if I could kind of raid his library.
Yeah.
You're not sure if he's asleep. I assume you are asking if you can go to his room.
library did not have much that you would probably find interesting, from what I remember of being in there.
I mean, he could find something. Maybe he finds.
Yeah.
interesting.
Also, his some of the other shit.
I would
So
like
you'll-
to be
never
the
know.
first one
He
awake.
collects. He runs a store. He runs a store where he's got magical shit out the He's got magical shit out of the ass.
Yeah, he also has a bare bones house that has pretty much jack shit in it.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about connections and stuff that Where could I find this insane shit? Where could I find this shit that I'm looking for?
I would like to be the first one awake and waiting for the others in the kitchen when they wake up.
Okay. So
Since my rest is only 4 hours, that should be easy enough. And Kaylin probably is not going to come over until she knows everyone's awake, since she's at her house.
oh yeah, she did stay at her family's house. I forgot about that. Yep. So,
We're good.
yeah.
Only
lost my
good
train of
on
thought.
my own.
So Ogden, you make your way out of your room and head down the stairs to the second floor to make your way over to Gregory's room. You'll knock on the door, and there'll be a response saying, "Go ahead and come in." And you'll
gonna
walk
open
in.
the door.
You'll see Gregovic is just standing at his bed. You can see that he is dressed for bed. He has just pretty much basic ass pajamas. He just kind of looks over and says, Ogden, how can I help you?
Apologies for the intrusion. I can come back at a later date if.
Oh no, it's whatever.
All right. Well, apologies for the intrusion, but I had some questions I wanted to ask you away from, prying eyes. I'll say.
Oh,
I don't know what the one for ears.
Uh,
There's the point where we can
The
deafen
walls
everybody.
have ears.
Wait, you want me to? Oh, okay.
The phrase is the walls
boy.
have ears. doesn't it?
I am currently server muting and server deafening everyone. Okay. All right. Just to clarify, no one can hear Max right now. No one can hear me. Okay.
Alrighty then.
Go ahead.
I hope that also means they can't hear from the stream or something.
They could definitely hear from the stream.
Oh fuck. Oh well, whatever.
I would ask that you don't listen to the stream, as obviously this is supposedly something you're not supposed to hear.
This might be a very strange request, but as you are clearly well connected when it comes to, well, let's say, magical items, I had some questions revolving around certain items I would like to acquire. Things that are, generally speaking, not items that are profitable in and of themselves, but only for the individuals that know what to do with them. Do you have any, or I'm trying to well, words.
You're good.
I'm trying to ask, because like I'm out of character. I'll stay just kind of semi out of character. I'm not trying to keep up with the voice or like tone of it. I'm basically gonna ask him is like, do you know where I can get some rather rare or out there type of ingredients or items that one really wouldn't be able to come by normally? Particularly of an alchemical variety.
I know many people. I suppose you're asking for some sort of connection. I will inform you I don't do favors for free.
I would never expect to.
We'll work on some sort of arrangement at a later date. I'll have to get more information than simply the rare items that you cannot find normally, as that describes so many damn things.
Well, I'm going to, pull out the book that I kind of have like pressed to my chest. I'm going to flip it around.
Oh.
And basically say, just to clarify, I'm not specifically asking for the items themselves. If that is possible, that would be appreciated, but it's more of a pointing in the right direction. Libraries and rumors can only tell you so much.
I suppose. I will keep your inquiry in mind for now, and we'll speak more on it at a later date.
Excellent. Again, apologies for the intrusion.
You have yourself a good night.
I'm going to bow and then close the door.
Alright.
Alright.
Okay. Welcome back.
Plot shit happened.
I was not paying attention, so...
Yeah.
I was server deafened, so I didn't hear shit.
Yeah, that's why you said plot shit happened. You were all server deaf. He literally asked me to do it, so I did it. And I would do the same if any other person asked.
Nah.
I did not think to ask, so...
It doesn't really matter as long as you don't act on it.
I'm not particularly I'm not nefarious with it. I just want to point out.
No, I wasn't thinking that you were.
Even if you were, we could all pretty much probably take you. Well,
yeah. No,
could you take me? Could I take you with me? Probably. Pull all the pins on the grenades.
I don't think.
I teleport 60 feet away instantly and then dash more. And then use movement and then dash.
How would you teleport though?
I have Step of the Shadows or something like that I can use.
Yeah, he has stuff. You still have no clue what he really is.
Nope.
I still don't know what subrace you are now.
Yeah.
Who?
Roach.
Me.
Galen.
Oh.
So. That pretty much wraps up the night. As Ogden returns to his own bed.
Longer rest.
Functions should be done in the morning.
Yeah. I thought we were saying that you worked on it at night, but...
Well, yeah, but it takes a while to brew. They gotta sit and ferment.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah.
Can I brew my fucking hemlock into something useful.
Fuck if I know. I don't know my herbs at all.
What
It's
do you think the hemlock I bought went into? So the anti-venom.
I bought hemlock as well,
Yeah.
but not for anti-venom.
Quite the opposite.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Well, I might want to point out that hemlock is only really deadly if you ingest it. It isn't as effective as an actual poison to be put on somebody.
Oh, I know. It's only deadly when ingested, I know.
So,
That is how poison works.
Yes.
however you decide to make that happen, just DM
We'll
me.
give you the cold sweats. We'll give
you.
you the cold sweats normally, though.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Jada, you, like you said, wake up first. You get there
Yep.
with
I
pretty
will
much
be waiting for
everyone already asleep, but you take a quick 4-hour trance, and then pretty much just wait up. And slowly, one by one, the first person that comes down to join you at the table is actually Gregovic. And he'll pretty much just look at you curiously and say, awake quite early, are you?
You know, elves only need 4 hours.
I suppose. And he'll make his way into the kitchen and inform you that he'll be starting on breakfast.
All right, I'm here for it.
as he like walks past, he says, "It won't be waffles."
Thank
I
God.
didn't stutter. I'm here for it.
Yeah. No, he was just
Free
saying
food is
that.
free food.
He was saying that out loud, but really it was just to himself.
Muffled sobbing comes from Coloris's room.
Chorus awakes in a cold sweat and doesn't know why.
Horace takes one damage of psychic damage. He has no clue why though.
I sense a disturbance in the Schwartz.
But yes. Sorry. Jesus. Sorry about that. But yeah, Tathara eventually comes down and joins you as well, and sits and just has idle chat with you, Jada.
I forgot she was here.
Yeah, there's nothing. You don't go into too much random stuff, but we'll say Chorus and Ogden end up coming. Well, let's say Chorus comes down first, because Ogden would probably be checking out his potions and making sure that they're finished properly. Yeah, and transferring it. So, yeah, Ogden will join you, and then a few minutes later, Chorus will join you, and then a few minutes later, Ogden will join as well. And you're all at the table, sitting and waiting, and then Brigovic walks out, just holding a plate, or like a couple plates of just eggs.
That's it.
All the bacon and eggs you have.
Yeah, he just like places the eggs down. He's just like, does anyone have an issue with eggs?
No, but your bachelor is showing.
Thank you. I work very hard to keep it showing. And he
only has that one plate, so does he just serve us all like paper plates?
He's actually already has this on 2 plates.
Okay.
But you'll watch it. He'll
I
walk
hope I
back
didn't
in.
just put gun grease on my forehead.
Let's hope not.
That'd be fun.
But he then walks back out holding another 2 plates of just toast. So it's eggs and toast.
I bet.
And he'll just place it down and say, grab whatever you want. It doesn't matter to me. And then you'll watch as he snaps his finger, and then plates will appear in front of all of you. He'll say, enjoy. Apologies if the food is terrible.
What did he say?
Sorry if the food is terrible.
Damn, okay.
Trust me, it's fine. You've never had my brother Rindon's oat cakes.
That just sounds terrible.
It does sound terrible.
But yeah, you all dig in. Chorus reluctantly digs in.
I've learned the power of using prestidigitation to make things taste like other things.
God.
You're welcome.
Everything tastes like waffles.
It'd be hell after a while, if we're being
yeah.
honest.
I'm gonna use it to make hot sauce for my eggs.
Nice. Nice.
Actually, no, I would just carry hot sauce. Well, if I could make it magically, I'd have no reason to do that. So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You always
Jada
carry
accidentally
a
messes up her
bottle
bottle of Tabasco with her bottle of hemlock.
of your Cinder Red Dragon
No.
hot sauce.
Don't mix them up.
Extracted
Red
from
Dragon
the blood of Red
hot
Dragon.
sauce, eh?
Cinder
Yes.
Red Dragon hot
Hey.
sauce.
See, I thought when I did that in another campaign, that was groundbreaking.
You did it in one of my campaigns. That's why I'm stealing it.
Okay.
Does that character still get?
It was
does that
still
character get
new.
royalties from this one?
No, because I'm stealing what that character did and making it unoriginal when the character does it in the future.
Does this take place before or after that?
Yeah,
Before.
this is well before.
Way before.
well before?
Damn.
So I just
okay.
straight up stole it because I think it was Arena that did it.
It was Arena.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Arena.
Shit. Alright.
It's an acquired taste. It's not spread throughout the entire world. It's only a
Probably the
career
best
thing.
idea I had as that character.
That was pretty damn amazing. You also did something with green dragons, but I can't remember what that was.
I know that I
Max-
butchered the
Yeah,
Scales off of
Max gave
Scales and teeth.
like all the acid or whatever.
Oh
Well,
yeah, he got a shit ton of the acid and sold it.
That would be Black Dragon, though.
No,
Green
no,
Dragons
I
are
took-
They're
poison.
poison.
Yeah.
in that campaign,
Well, I
I
don't know
ripped
what
a
it was
bunch of the
doing on
scales and teeth out.
Yeah. Whatever. We
I
won't.
mean,
we
I
won't
did
focus
that
on
with
that too
the
much.
Red Dragon too, but whatever.
The Red Dragon in Brandon's campaign, that was I butchered it and basically had Red Dragon. We had Red Dragon steaks.
I do remember that actually. Yeah.
And they were spicy.
Yeah. So.
Dragon meat is spicy. You heard it here first, kids.
Fire
only
Dragon
red.
meat is
Yeah.
spicy.
Fire dragon meat.
I imagine Ice Dragon meat would be minty.
This is definitely not how any
God,
of this
those
works.
are two
but-
flavors. Those are two flavors I did not. Oh. Ah.
It might be an acquired
Minty.
taste.
Minty meat? Yeah, that'd be weird.
God.
Well, you know,
Ugh.
I hear that blue dragon meat is quite shocking.
Fuck you.
What's the word from Ratatouille? Lightningy?
I had to get my revenge. All the times you've done it to me.
Dingy. That's great.
Okay. All right. So. So yeah, you all enjoy
Good shit.
you all enjoy your early breakfast of eggs and toast. Before Gregovic stands
Sounds
up
good.
with his plate and he watches it just vanishes. He
I don't
says,
even like eggs, and I want eggs now.
"Ooh, I want eggs too.
Hot sauce.
I also want some toast. Fuck.
I have
Breakfast
2 bottles
time.
of hot sauce on my desk at all times.
Nice.
Always Cholula because it's the best.
I always have when I'm sitting at my desk. I always have a beer within 5 feet of me.
I have a whole fridge.
Cool.
I could, yeah,
I don't-
exactly. My fridge.
Anyways,
I'd have to get
I have
out of my
3
chair. and
bottles
go to
of
my
whiskey.
fridge.
we've done so good so far. It's now falling apart. But
All right, yeah, let's continue.
Oh, of course. I'll shut up.
so, yeah, Gregovic will stand up. He'll be the first to finish, and he'll say, well, I actually have something I must attend. So I will be heading off first.
That's fine. We have plans for the day as well.
Oh,
You do?
interesting.
Yes, actually. You see, I got up to
I'm going to stare
quite
at
a
her
bit of
like-
things last night. None of them criminal, I promise.
I'm still
None
concerned.
of them.
Eyes begin squinting a little bit harder.
Who wants to go to a public event with my brother?
Would this event happen to be an execution?
Close.
A hanging?
How did I know?
A trial.
Oh.
Apparently
Why?
it's something public. I don't know. It's a public.
What'd he do?
It's a local
The
pastime.
brother that I... Hold on a second. The brother that I helped you rob
Yeah, he actually asked for the wallet back, not the money.
invited you to a trial.
A public trial. I'm not on trial.
You can see where my concern is coming from, can't you?
Wait, you robbed
Yeah.
your brother?
Oh yeah, you weren't there for that, were you?
That was amazing. Oh my god, that gives me the same energy as the meme where it's like, wait, you guys are getting paid? That's pretty much exactly what that one was.
It feels like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay.
And you didn't share with the class?
I shared with Ogden.
Did you bring enough to share with the class? Yeah, bitch, I did.
I will.
Drops bag on table.
I'll say you all notice
So
as
you-
like as Gregory's leaving, he whispers something to Tathara, and she will stand up and follow him out. But they pretty much
Ooh.
just walk out of the house.
Well, how long is this public trial thing gonna take?
I
Because I
wasn't
did actually have
told.
somebody I wanted to go see today.
Okay. I don't know.
I mean, he'll probably be busy until after normal class hours.
you
but,
you
DM,
said
what time was it?
your brother told you it goes from late morning to early afternoon. Didn't give you exact times, but he give you somewhat of a time frame.
Late morning to early afternoon. Before or after that, I would like to go to the Adventurers Guild and get a job since we don't have money.
wait,
the
what,
party-
there's an adventurers guild?
Yeah, I signed us up. Oh, I need to give you your member rings.
I was going to mention that. I was
I'm
going
just
to
gonna
mention
like
that ring
put them
your
on the
hand.
table and slide them across.
I will pick
What
one
did-
up, look at it,
What did
and then slowly put it on.
Jada, what did you call us?
It's inscribed in the ring.
So yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
all,
hold it
you
up, go
all
like,
pretty much do the same
nice.
thing. Well, it doesn't show up until you put it on.
Oh,
But
you got to put it on
Yeah.
first.
Fine, I'm gonna look it up. It's like, nice.
yeah, so pretty much you all put it on. And you see at the top it says Adventurers Guild, and then like you turn your hand and you all see the name, Research and Demolition.
Fucking bet.
It is
So what do you
better than
think?
I was expecting.
Wow, you have such low expectations of me.
Yes.
At least he's honest.
Yes, but do you consider those expectations warranted or not?
Fair.
Yeah.
It is your own fault that I have those
And
expectations.
of your own admission.
No, it did make sense, yeah.
So,
I'm going to ask Jada, what
Yes.
exactly did you sign us up for?
Being members of the Adventurers Guild. That's all. We can get discounts with it, I was told.
My eyebrow just raises up. She's like, oh.
All Ogden needs.
That's all. I knew that's all you needed to hear.
I mean, Jada would know all the details if
Did you sign any
If you want me to
contractually
answer
binding
that.
obligations?
I don't think so.
not really.
I'm gonna look at
I also
Chorus.
didn't take any jobs since I don't
I'm-
know what you guys would be up for doing.
I'm gonna look at Chorus and say, with like this tone of like, well, this look of seriousness on my face, is like, we really
we
need to
okay
get
with
down
this?
there
Why do we need to get down there?
because I don't know whether or not I'm contractually obligated to give up my kidney.
You're not. I didn't sign any
What?
contract.
Okay, thank God.
I
I
mean,
mean, even if I
You are
did, it wouldn't apply to
extremely
you.
paranoid, and I don't understand why. It is
I don't-
I'm going to-
Adventurers Guild, not a black market
I know I'm kind of suspicious,
organ.
but I don't have power of attorney over you. I can't sign documents on your behalf.
I'm going to looking at Chorus. It's like, trust me, paranoia is in some way warranted. I'm gonna unbutton my shirt and just show I'm fucking just completely carved up like a fucking cake. This is what not being aware of all the variables got me.
I got one of those too, but more from
Yeah, I know, but it's like, you know those
Stabby.
burns where there's an indent in the skin? There's like a centimeter like deep like ridge. Yeah, that's what I got.
I almost had one of those. Hands are really good at healing, though.
Think Two-Face, but a lot of places.
Ogden, with all the
I see.
drinking you do, I would have thought you to be more mellow.
Trust me, this is me at my most mellow.
Can I sign
One
up for a
would
different
think.
team?
I don't see why not.
I would I would like to request to be traded.
Can I request a
I'd like to-
transfer?
I request a transfer.
If this is the most mellow it gets, I don't know if I can handle that.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not.
not.
I'm trying to explain this in a more in a simplistic way. I'm not constantly. I'm hyper vigilant, but I don't always act on it. I like to consume the information and at least have it in the back of my mind. That doesn't mean that I'm, boarding up every single window. It's like, if there's any sort of lead, I just want to know its existence. That doesn't mean that I'm going to start boarding up the windows and, fucking sleeping with a shotgun.
I mean, I don't sleep with a gun either, but I have one within arm's reach on my desk at all times. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm talking about Ogden.
I also have this. I like this knife a lot.
Alright. Well, I guess we can stop by the Adventurer Guild and see what kind of work we might be able to pick up.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Adventurers Guild, I think
some
that
work.
should the whole topic of like the divvying out of like
We've
the
split
things that we
the
discussed
payments equally.
beforehand.
Everybody's involved.
Well, yeah, but
We
there's also the other
yeah.
things that we mentioned. Should we do that now or later when we actually get to the guild?
What other
This-
things that we
I
mentioned?
think we already figured it out. I'll be in charge of having party funds since I can keep it tracked in Dice Cloud.
And he's the most reliable of us.
Well, I was thinking about. I have no problem with Colress being the spokesperson, but I was thinking.
Morris is the worst spokesperson of all three of you.
It should be me.
Well, I was
I'm
talking.
It should be
charismatic,
Kaylin.
but I am the. Yeah. Spokesperson wise, I think Kaylin is probably our best bet.
She has the highest charisma score. Don't tell Colress.
As far as anything behind the scenes, I can take care of that just fine.
Well, I was going to talk about when we're actually like on the field. I was going to say it's more of a, and instead of there being like a singular leader, it's a expertise-based system. Like on things of subterfuge, will divert to Jada. On matters of subterfuge, will divert to Jada. On things of like archaeology or any of your specializations,
Knowledge
we'll go to you,
or
Colress.
magic, we divert to Colress.
Or if
Charisma, we go with Kaylin.
Or if it's something along the lines of keeping us alive, like in terms of medicine. Yo.
Are you good at medicine?
Yes. It's kind of the whole one of my whole points.
Oh yeah, you're an alchemist. Duh. Makes me feel stupid for not remembering that.
Not to mention, like, one of the whole purposes of the alchemist thing is, it's not just the healing spells. I can brew healing potions.
Yes, you can.
Which is another thing that I was going to be mentioning about.
Also,
like, the
have not ever
funds.
used one of your class features. You realize that.
How so?
Your potion that you get for being an alchemist.
I don't really think there was much of a...
The experimental elixir?
Yeah, honestly, that's more of like a last-ditch effort sort of deal. I haven't seen an issue to a scenario to warrant using it yet. Just we can move on from it. Just think of it as the
make
whole.
one at a long rest. Oh, and you know what it does when you make it, not when it gets drunk. Roll a d6. Roll a d6. See what it does.
Sure, why the fuck not? I guess, Mr. DM.
Each long rest, roll a d6 so that you know what you've got.
Alright, I got a 6. What does that do?
That is, the drinker's body is transformed as if by the alter self spell. Drinker determines the transformation caused by the spell, and the effects last for 10 minutes.
Remember earlier when we were trying to sell penis enlargement potions?
Jesus fuck.
I do remember that!
Wow.
I could have just given that guy this thing!
Immediate results.
Well,
It
By
would have
now.
lasted 10 minutes!
That day.
I know, but we could have given it to him and be
And
like,
fucked up.
it actually works!
Yep.
And then he would buy the rest of them. like it increased price.
Jesus fuck. Okay, so you guys are heading to the Adventurers Guild. I'm gonna
Yes.
railroad a
Yes.
tiny bit so we don't sit here all day.
Agreed.
Appreciative.
As you are making your way out of the Vale District, right as you get to the gate, you hear,
As we leave the Vale District?
yeah.
Okay.
As you get through the gate,
The
you
gate
hear
is where we were supposed to meet my brother, wasn't it?
where you're supposed to meet Claire, who is the person calling out
My
to you right
bad.
now.
Cool.
Which I mean, you had to go through the gate unless you could somehow get all of you to fly over the wall.
No, just me, and it requires dim light or darkness, and I stop flying if I leave dim light or darkness.
Yeah,
The Cloak
I
of the
know.
Bat's great, but it's very limited.
Yeah, I'm well aware. Trust me. I spent an entire campaign using it.
True. I prefer winged boots and a Cloak of Elven Kind. But neither of those lets me be a bat.
Exactly.
I'm
yeah.
Batgirl.
All of you will be surprised to see Claire, who you briefly met back in Wolfpine.
I think only one of you met her, though. Didn't
Me.
No,
No, everyone did.
you all
Okay.
did. Yeah, because you guys were all downstairs at the bottom, at the lobby of the hotel when Claire,
Did they all meet Anrun too?
yeah, Enrune and Tathara were heading to Sodom.
Wait,
They
they
all-
know each other?
Yeah, they all left at the same time and traveled to each other.
Things just keep getting more interesting.
Yeah. So,
All these squares make a circle.
that.
I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick.
So, Claire will look around and recognize all of you, and she'll say, "Oh, how's it going, all of you? I've not seen you guys for a couple weeks."
Good.
Claire, is it?
Yes, Ogden.
It is Claire. I remember that because I have keen mind.
And I said it just a few minutes ago. But yeah. Yeah, she'll look around and say, I assume Jada mentioned to you what we'll be doing. Right?
Something about the public trial.
Yeah. That sums it up.
She's not really good with details.
Never has been. Never will be.
Yeah. Well, I was honestly got here a little early. I didn't know how long it would be until you all came out. To my understanding, it doesn't start for another 30 minutes. Do you have any way we should kill time?
Yeah, we're going to be heading.
Well,
is the Adventurers Guild within 30 minutes of this place?
It's like right around the corner from where you are.
Yeah, alrighty then.
Have a
So
map.
we have some business in the Adventurers Guild.
Oh, all right. I can accompany you.
I don't see why not.
fine.
And she'll follow along with you guys. She keeps to herself mostly, not really conversing. But yeah, you guys make your 5-minute walk over to the Adventurers Guild. And to all of you except for Jada, who obviously isn't here. This is
I was about to say, if she thinks she can get away with not conversing with us, she's on some shit.
It's like, okay, it's more like she's just walking along. If you're like saying something at her, she gives like very basic responses.
No, it wasn't.
I will also add that when she is in more of her clear bodyguard attire, where she has her heavy plate armor. You can see that her sword is to her side. She's wearing her cloak, and is just walking along with you guys. You see, she's very, very attentive. It's not like she's ignoring you guys intentionally or like quick responses intentionally. She's like constantly watching people, but in such a way that's kind of suspicious of the people around. She's clearly on edge about something. So
who's going to be on trial?
Huh?
Whose trial are we going to?
I believe he's a now former government official. His name is Vio Solidmantle.
What was that last name?
Solidmantle.
What is it with these older houses and overly complex names?
Sounds dwarven.
It does.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think he is.
Or else Earth Ganassi, perhaps.
I honestly have never seen him, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll be the first to admit.
Put on trial.
I actually couldn't hear you as me. What'd you say?
What did he do to be put on trial that we're going to witness publicly?
Typically, these public trials are usually acts of betrayal to the government or its people. I don't know all the details, as usually they're kept private, secret.
Until the trial.
Until the trial, yes.
So people don't try to mess things up.
Yeah.
Or is there a different reason?
And pretty much at this point, you guys are approaching the Adventurers Guild, which is decently large. It's separated into 2 buildings. Jada kind of starts leading you at this point, and will lead you into the main hall, where once again there is a desk placed in front of you. Immediately to your right, when you enter, there is the posted wall where there are various jobs listed. You can see the signs differentiating the rankings for these jobs: rookie, amateur, experienced, expert, and elite. And then to the left,
I'm going to tell them everything I know about how their ranking system works.
To the left,
which is elite is kind of mostly things that are probably challenging, but they don't have enough information, so they just kind of put it at the highest difficulty just in case. Expert seems a little above what we're capable of. Experience seems to be our niche, but I wanted to make sure you guys were sure of what's going on first.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't sign us up for our deaths.
I did not. I didn't know what you'd be willing to do, so
yeah.
I didn't want to take a job alone.
To the left, there is a bit of a sort of cafeteria area, bar area, and then there's an upstairs that no one's visited yet.
I'm going to go over
upstairs.
I'm going to go over to the wall, and I'm going to see. I'm going to also like ask if there's like a if the guy at the desk just shorthands to help see if it's make this quicker. This might seem like a very very out of there.
Desk.
Oh fuck! All right, well I'm gonna see if there's any. I'm gonna see if there's any jobs that involve a Cyclops.
Very specific thing to look for.
Indeed. I can't hear you.
He's not saying anything.
He was.
He's saying something. It's just an echo.
Oh, Brandon is saying something.
If Colorus wants to ask what it's about, he can most certainly ask.
There's no jobs about Cyclops.
Damn it.
I'm definitely asking why a Cyclops, because that seems very out of the blue.
I'm going to give him the shorthand version of, we only have 30 minutes or so until the trial. The full answer would take a lot of explaining, but the short answer is, I need it for a project of mine.
Are you making something out of Cyclops parts?
A part.
I like how you can
Which
just see
part?
Brad just tweeting in.
What was that, Jada?
Which part?
The eye.
I was going to say, it's the Cyclops. It has to be an eye.
there's
There I'm
like,
in. As long as I can have the dick as a weapon.
that just happened.
I also hear that giant kind marrow is good in some alchemical recipes, but I don't really think
Probably
that's
good
a
for
priority.
soup too.
I don't think that Cyclopses or any real giants are well, let's say
You got a good point there.
tasty. It's in the same way that we don't eat those goblins.
Or
Kobolds are pretty nice, though.
Kobolds
You
are
steam them?
nice.
Real good steamed.
we
But
can't
yeah,
stop
so-
referencing other campaigns, can we?
But I'm going to. It's
Never.
fun for us. That's what the stream is. That's what the stream really is. Just us having fun.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
But yeah, I'm going to tell Colorus. I'm going to tell Colorus is like, yeah, the Cyclops eye and a couple other, let's say, choice components. But yeah.
I don't really need to know. I'd rather not know.
Don't worry, nothing's for no nefarious purposes going on here.
Anything that requires a very specific eye, I'm alright. I'll stay out.
Probably has something to do with vision. If alchemy has a sense of irony.
Yes, actually.
Of course it does.
Claire will chime
Specifically-
in and say, it's about 15 minutes until it starts, by the way.
Alrighty then.
Let's find a job that we can do this afternoon.
Let's
That's
check
rather
the lower skill ones
quick
and
money.
see, or the lower
Let's
tier
do
ones
that.
and
Yeah,
see,
quick money.
See what
Can we
there
get a
might be
couple of
that'd be
the-
quick?
Couple of the quick monies. Knock them all out at once.
Quick money. Let's go.
Wait,
I mean,
so
they're
you
probably not
are
gonna
going to
pay
look
a
it out
lot.
right now.
Fine. Fast money.
Okay, for the quick ones, it's mostly missions for various
many?
amounts of goblins, smaller
Are there any
bands of
fetch
hobgoblins
quests?
and orcs. There's a couple of quests that involve going out and fetching lost items that were in the woods somewhere.
No
There's
fetch quests. No fetch quests.
I also may
What
have
about-
found us a job for my brother. Not sure.
What about
think it
escort
was for
quests
Nord
where
that you found
for
it.
some reason they
Oh, yeah.
always walk at different speed than us?
Oh fuck you.
It's
Yeah.
okay. I'll just tie them to Ogden's back.
Why me? We
walk
have a cart.
slowly. You're the strongest one of us.
Okay, fair point.
Oh yeah, we do have a cart. Duh.
I'm going
Strap him
to
into the cart. It's fine.
I'm going to say let's go down to the goblins and or the hobgoblins or orcs, like any of the ones that involve us doing that. So
Wait, are you gonna take all of them? All the ones
I
that are
want to inspect
nearby.
those. I want to inspect those, like, and say,
Okay.
like, hey, I singled these ones out. What do you guys think about these?
For the band of orcs, it's about reported to be 5 orcs robbing people on the roads.
Easy.
The
I'll take it.
What
hobgoblins.
happened to the other
Hey,
ones?
though.
5 hobgoblins, pretty much doing the exact same thing, but on the opposite side. And then there's a tribe of goblins that is about 10 goblins, probably 20.
We'll take all 3.
Yeah, let's take all 3.
And they're reported to be pretty much attacking and doing things to people that they kidnap and then finishing them off.
Oh, so this is the Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, if you've seen Goblin Slayer, you know.
Yep, those little bastards are going to deserve it. So basically what you're saying is we could complete all of these by basically just taking a brisk walk around the perimeter of the city.
I mean, it's not gonna
No.
be that easy. We're only level 4.
No.
5.
5.
5.
No,
sorry.
I'm saying that we could complete
you
all
level
of
4?
these by
No,
essentially
we're 5.
taking a brisk walk around the city and completing them as we go.
I mean,
Alright, so
it
we
would
got plans
still,
for afternoon.
it would take you well over a day to walk around the entire city, by the way. But
Yes, I'm just saying, is it like it's well within the proximities that we don't have to go too far.
Sure,
It's
whatever.
fine.
At this point, Claire just kind of turns to you guys and says, "I'm gonna go ahead and start."
We're already
making
out the
my
door.
way."
Let's go.
I'm gonna grab these things and basically go like, okay, we got it.
And she'll lead you
I'm
along.
gonna show up to Gregorvix with money. Gregorvik, I've come to bargain.
It's also kind of crazy. I never really said it, but Kaylin just randomly joined you guys at some point.
I hear click clack.
Yeah, I've had dice in my hand this entire time.
Dice.
Kaylin at some point randomly just joined you guys, or like spotted you guys and just started walking along with you.
Yes. The chunky boy. The tungsten die.
Bruh.
Oh, that almost hit my phone screen. That would be bad.
That'd be super unfortunate. So.
Be a little more careful with that.
Yeah, definitely need to. Luckily, it doesn't bounce much.
That's good. So she'll lead you along.
There's
much-
that one. Cool.
Taking you back into the Vale District.
Of
But
course.
she pretty much leads you straight to the large tower, sitting right at the center of the Vale District. And you'll watch that there's actually a few people gathering around, and they appear to be moving in as well. But she ends up actually like leading you past the large group of people, and then goes around towards the back of the building, and you'll see there's a couple guards that are standing there, and they notice her and are like, oh, and go ahead and open the door for her, and she walks in and informs the guard that all of you are with her, and they'll keep leading you in, and now at this point you're in a part of the tower. So if you look at the map,
The Tower of the Council?
Damn.
so you see the little off tower to the left of it.
So the
Yeah, the
dungeon-
one with the big
That's-
ballista on top.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you're led into. So you go up
Are we getting box seats or something?
Box seats.
Sure.
Let's go.
But yeah, you are led in. You go up a staircase, and then you find a couple other guards are standing around. There's a couple other people walking around. No one that you recognize.
Is this
but-
the type of trial I'm gonna need a poncho?
No.
With
Claire
a splash zone?
will keep leading you along. Although, can I help you? Why are you shoving? Hi. Why are you trying to shove my chair?
Ugh.
Dogs. Dog.
Why?
Dog.
So
There you go. You're just like shoving my chair, trying to scratch her like head or something. So
Off me. I need your attention.
no, do no. Oh man. Tried to eat my dice. Okay, that would have
Not a
been very
great
bad.
idea.
that'd be an interesting roll later on.
Oh my god.
See if she rolls a nat 20 in the yard.
Oh no.
Nat 20 for her, not 1 for you.
It's true.
Eating dice is a bad idea.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. But she leads you into a room, and in this room you see that there is pretty much a few seats set up, and you're pretty much looking down at a here. So I'll describe it more as you guys kind of walk forward a little bit, and it's empty right now at this point. There is 12 seats. So you guys pretty much have one row to yourself, as it's 6 seats a row. And you guys will...
There's 6 of us. Convenient.
No, there's 5, but
What, my brother didn't show up?
Yeah, this is a
no,
interesting.
if you recall, your brother
Where-
said that he had to be here earlier.
Yeah.
So
Is your brother a lawyer?
no.
I have no idea.
Is that his side hobby?
So, actually, in fact, as
He
you pretty
reads
much,
a lot.
you
I was
will,
thinking of introducing you to him.
you guys will all approach the edge of this. It's pretty much, we'll call it a box seat for now, because I can't think of a better term for it. But you look down and you're pretty much in a room that seems to be specially designed for this type of thing. You can see that essentially there is a stage where you assume most of this will take place. You can see placed in front of the stage there is similar rows set up where you can see it's pretty much packed at this point. There's various people chatting, all conversing, all types of people that you see. At the very front of the row, if I could get all of you to give me perception checks, or all the ones that are looking over and curious.
Oh, of
Oh boy,
course. Of
perception.
course.
Sure thing.
Can I have advantage because of my owl?
Sure.
18.
Hey, look, a 20.
Damn.
We all rolled great.
Yeah, with
All right.
taking average like I was gonna do. Yeah, you all spot this. Don't
Alright.
even waste your time, Ogden.
That's right.
That's an average of roughly 20.
Yeah, that's just a really good average. So yeah, you all can spot
Actually,
the front row.
A little over 20.
The
Yeah,
front
maybe a little.
row, you can see sitting in it, specifically the Jada, the first person that you spot, is your brother. Yeah, Onrun is at
There he
the
is.
front. Sitting next to him is someone you don't recognize. He has this like dark black hair that he has like slicked back. He's wearing some sort of leather armor. And they appear to be idly conversing. Sitting next to that guy is another familiar face for all of you, as Gregovic is sitting down there as well. And sitting next to
Interesting.
Gregovic is Tathara, and then next to Tathara there is an unfamiliar woman to you as well. But they appear to be conversing. This unfamiliar woman is her hair is like this pretty much near bleach blonde. And she's a little bit bigger, a little bit chunkier than Tathara, as Tathara is
Slender elf.
yeah, she's a slender elf.
Yeah.
But
So, DM, can you predict what I'm going to do?
I don't want to know what you're fixing to do. What the fuck? I forgot he existed.
Oh,
Oh my
hold on.
god.
He's alive!
What the shit?
It was because we said feet earlier, wasn't it? It's
Oh
the
my
feet
God.
substitution thing.
It just had a bit of delay.
You're
Yeah.
a dual war crime. Good god.
Maybe later. But for now, I'm going to eavesdrop through the power of familiar.
Oh, Jesus, I think of a real fucking conversation now.
I can take your familiar with if you want.
Okay.
I'm going
I think
to
my
just
familiar will say.
I'm gonna just break out my my book and just continue jotting stuff down. It's like I don't want to be a part
I'm
of this.
just going to have mine land on the nearest inconspicuous object.
It's a fucking owl in a courtroom.
It's
Yeah,
there's nothing you
it's
can do to make this
outdoors.
not. No, it's not. It's indoors. You were
No,
in
it's
a
indoors?
tower.
Oh,
yes.
shit.
This is an indoor courtroom. They're gonna be like, Jada, you dumb bitch.
Only the ones that recognize the owl.
Jada, you ignorant slut.
Which would be most of the people she's eavesdropping on, actually, would recognize it.
Yep.
You got a point. Never mind.
They're gonna
Okay.
all start slowly looking at you.
If it makes you feel better, you're missing absolutely nothing.
It's like it's
Okay.
And I'm not
You know-
even
you know-
lying about that to throw
it's
you
basically
off.
like Charlie Brown whenever the adults are speaking. Wah, 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 wah. Basically that.
Yeah. It honestly.
Just so
honestly.
the DM doesn't have to come up with an actual conversation.
No, because I was already coming up with one in my head. I pretty much have it planned out. I had it planned out. Do you really want to know?
Definitely want to know who those people are, but I don't really care what they're saying right now.
Oh, well, you
Man,
wouldn't.
we
I
can
mean, you wouldn't have
figure
really
out who
figured
they
that
are
out.
later.
Are they... How far away are they?
We can ask about them later if we don't meet them later.
How far away are they?
I need to. I now need to like put dimensions to this entire room that I've created. So thanks.
It's always
got a
the
map,
questions
bro?
about distance.
I'll say it's with the diagonal. They're probably about 80 feet away ish.
That's within message range.
Oh my god.
Never DM gangsta until he has to give a unit of measurement.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah, next time I DM, do the same shit to me.
I have.
I deserve it. I'll just send a quick message to my brother saying, "Hey, we made it. We're up in the box seat." With
You watch
Blair."
as your brother just like stops his conversation, just looks around, and then like looks up and just like gives you this like weird, just like what the fuck.
I'll wave to him.
Hi.
You'll hear in a message back something that was clearly not meant to be sent, just like, how the fuck did she just do that?
Oh shit! Is this thing on?
It's like people don't know about magic sometimes, you know?
Oh.
Dude, I have that cantrip because I'm a high elf.
It's more, yeah. It's more like
High
just
elves get
sometimes you
a
don't.
free wizard cantrip. He should have one too.
He probably
Maybe
does,
not message,
but
but he should have one.
it's more like he obviously doesn't know you first off, so he wouldn't know you have message. But it's just like the surprise of like hearing someone else's voice in your head would throw anyone off.
Yeah.
Except
for me, I've gotten used to it.
Yeah. That's not a single voice though, that's several. Anyways.
Hey, don't insult the screams, alright?
Okay. My bad.
You mean the council?
Oh my god. So. We can. Yeah. You all begin taking your seats. And then at some point you watch as a table, actually, a circular table will begin to be lifted, pretty much coming up from underneath the ground. You'll watch as chairs will begin to multiply, turning into 7 chairs.
I knew Gregorvik had something to do with this.
Seems like he has something to do with a lot of stuff, but
Man's
Kinda
Almost
connected.
like he's an important figure and has
He's
a
well
lot of
connected.
influence in this town.
yeah.
Fucking Jeff Bezos.
He is pretty much Jeff Bezos, yeah.
Damn, and we're living in his house.
Yeah.
Also, his house is depressing.
Probably just like Jeff
Well,
Bezos.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos did just go through a divorce.
He is
so-
a bachelor now.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he went through a divorce.
Except for Jeff, it's been a few months, and for Gregovic, he said it's been like a century.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Gregovic lives a lot longer.
Yeah, DM, how big is the room? Chat wants to know.
Bradley
Average
wants to know how
theater
big the room is.
size.
So roughly 100 feet.
Yeah.
Now we're thinking professional theater or like middle school theater?
High school theater.
High school.
So the in between.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep.
Baited.
Yeah, it's about size. You know, it's about average size. Average size what?
Jawbone, are you still there?
Probably is.
Probably not.
He's probably playing Dark Souls while listening. He's fixing to send a message like, damn it, Noah's right. He might not be. But anyways. So yeah, you watch and at this point there were kind of stage lights that were set up. And you watch as the lights throughout the room kind of dim. And pretty much the light is now just centered straight away on the stage itself. It's not overly bright or anything, but it is enough to give you sort of a normal look without having to use your dark vision at the stage.
I don't have that kind of range with my dark vision anyway.
I know that's why it's set up like that. So that way, if someone does have dark vision, more than likely, even with dark vision, they couldn't see that far. So you'll watch as a figure will step out and walk out, and he'll be holding something in his hand, and he's tall, lanky, not really much muscle that can be seen. He's wearing a decent suit, nothing over the top. It's a plain light blue suit, and he'll walk out into the center stage and hold up the item, which is a microphone, essentially the closest thing that this world has to real microphones. And he'll tap on it and say,
"You can even say it's a magic
gentleman. Is this thing on?"
What is the race of the defendant or the accused?
You don't know.
We don't know yet.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we have no idea what's going on, really.
Yeah, we just know the name and that he was probably some kind of government official.
What was the
that
name
he
again?
Was definitely Veo. I lost it. Veo Solid Mantle.
Okay.
But the figure standing at center stage will continue speaking and say, "Greetings, all of our wondrous viewers and guests.
Why do I have a feeling this is going to be some sort of fucking black sacrament? What the fuck?
I will be
The rich
doing
people thing.
most of our trial today and keeping you all informed as to what is discovered. My name is Moshan. So,
Can you spell that?
Moshan. But the figure Moshan, he'll turn back and kind of turn to his side to keeping his. It looks like he is like clearly maybe a stage performer of some type, because even when he turns to the left, he is still keeping his his face and his centered mass aimed towards the audience.
Pointed towards the audience.
Yeah.
When he turns his back to the.
Yep. He is clearly someone that, like, you guys being more of the noble status have maybe seen plays or at some point, you know, like dragged along by your parents. But this guy clearly gives off the vibes of just being a good actor. You're not sure why he's here, but he is.
Depends. Is he a politician? That explains it.
No. At least not that you gather. So, he'll turn and say, "Allow me to be introducing our special guest for the night. First,
Guest?
Guests.
Guests.
Yes.
You know, judge, jury, executioner, defendant, prosecutor.
If we're going by normal standards, yes. You have no clue how the law system would work in this world, or at least in this.
Yeah, I know. I've
country.
never been caught.
Yeah. First,
Except by my dad.
I will be introducing the first seat on the council, Dorlar Pyrelites, and you'll watch as a figure will walk out of the curtain, and he'll hold his hand up and wave, and you see, standing at about 6'1", this very bright, sort of decent-looking high elf. You can see his eyes stand out especially. The sort of bright blue that they give off is almost unsettling. But he will walk out, and pretty much right when he gets the motion, he'll turn, wait for a little bit longer, before he walks around to the council, to the round table, and will take a seat. And you can see that he's wearing what appears to be his full armor set. It might be some sort of ceremonial armor. He is pretty much has this slick back, like tied into a ponytail, just light blonde hair. There's something, like, he's decent looking, but he has this unsettling vibe to him, that you all pick up on. Secondly, you watch as the light will move back to Moshan, and he'll once again about face, and continue. The second seat on the council, Beric Lathalas. And all of you will watch as the familiar figure of Kaelin's grandfather, Theric, will make his way across stage wearing the exact same thing that you've seen him wear before. He'll wave for a little bit as well before making his way over to his seat next to Dolar. And Moshan will continue. Next person he announces, Varric Thun. And this time you'll watch as a slightly smaller female elf will come out. She's about 5'7", which even for elf standards is actually still pretty decent. But compared to Dorwar, who came out first, definitely a good bit smaller. But she likewise is wearing some sort of ceremonial armor. She has a very, very pale, light bluish skin that almost has a bit of a glow to it, especially under the spotlight. She will see that she has her hair, her very white, bluish tinted hair that sort of almost matches her skin. You can see that she also has that tied into a braid, and she'll wave as well, and then make her way and sit next to Theric. And then Moshan will continue and say, and lastly, the last of the council that will be joining us for tonight, Athena Magno. And you'll watch as, in stark contrast to the first three people that came out. The first three, Dolar and Varric, they both had this very warrior type to them. They were clearly people that are, if they have an issue with you, they'll get up in your face and they'll start a fight.
And then there's Kaelin's grandpa, who's just
he's just an old man.
Very grandpa.
Yeah.
He's the grandpa that's got a 12 gauge underneath the desk. He's like, don't you dare be fucking with my boy.
Athena Magno walks out, and you are kind of like, wait, really? And what walks out is this very tiny drow, 4'8", She has this very
Drow are shorter than normal than other elves, but damn, 4'8".
yeah.
4'8" is the magic number.
I'm a dwarf. I'm taller than her. Jesus.
Yeah.
You're also at the tall end of dwarves, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
She is wearing this fairly ceremonial but very frilly light purple robe. She also has, in typical fashion, a effectively just a wizard pointed hat that she is wearing. You see that?
I see.
Yeah, you see that she is has her hair, which is just white, just a pure white, and dark, and very much so contrast to her dark blue skin. She walks out on stage and kind of awkwardly waves for a little bit before making her way around and sitting next to Beric.
Take note of the "I really wish I was anywhere but here right now" button.
I really wish I weren't here right
foot?
now.
What did you say?
With her hat, is she 5 foot?
She's actually like
6 feet.
4'10".
That's just giant.
It's a Doug Dimmadome wizard hat.
But yeah, you can see that there's
The
definitely
Dimmadome?
Looking at her even from this distance, you can tell that she's just young, considerably so.
How young?
Baby's first trial.
You'd have to ask her.
Damn. Okay.
Ask
I mean,
a woman
she is within 100 feet.
Never ask a woman her age.
Fucker.
Boy, if you do that, I am definitely going to be taking 5 steps
No,
away from you.
You
I
should
would-
also try asking
No,
anyone
I-
around you.
Also, do keep in
Yeah,
mind
I'll
that
lean over to Claire. How old is she? She looks very young.
If I recall, Athena is somewhere between 140, 150.
Huh.
For elves, that's rather young.
It's very young.
Why are you asking?
She just seemed young, is all.
Yeah, she's.
How old are you?
I have to pull that up. I don't know that off the top of my head.
Oh, when a man asks a woman her age, he always gets punched in the face. But when a woman asks it, no, it's all fine and dandy.
Among
Yeah,
company.
that's how it works. She is 46.
With all these fantasy races, you just want. It's a genuine question because you don't know whether or not you're gonna go to jail.
Fair.
They age
Fair.
at different rates, man.
Yeah.
Well, generally they mature physically
Around the
and
same speed.
around the same. And to a human, an elf would be identical 18-year-old to an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Just in terms
Yes.
of elven standards, how elves are supposed to be, they're not considered an adult elf until they
Yeah, exactly. But that opens up a whole new fucking can of worms.
Yeah, the age of consent in the Forgotten Realms is
fuzzy.
Yeah.
fuzzy.
Yeah.
It's very fuzzy.
Yeah.
Interracial is really just a
Aarakocra reach maturity at age 3.
Yeah.
Furbolgs
Like-
reach maturity at age 30.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's,
I've never understood why
something else.
furbolgs don't live longer than elves.
I thought they.
No.
Elves live,
They live
like
roughly
what?
half.
Can
Oh, yeah,
live like
they're half
1,000
that.
years.
Well,
My only
because a
reasoning for
furbolg is
that
still
is-
is only half a fae, really. You consider that they're also giantkin.
Well, yeah, but it's also
Yeah.
due to the fact that I'm just thinking about the purest form of it is like they a lot more like Eladrin versus.
And you also get like the size as well can also contribute significantly.
So, to answer the question as far as, like, with the Aarakocra thing, I would think that when they would reach maturity would be, like, when they're adults. So basically just think, like,
No
in-
shit.
in the cartoon Young Justice, Casper Boy was, like, 9 months old, but he was like genetically
Yeah, but he was a clone.
18. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was a
think that
clone.
way.
That doesn't count.
I mean, they're.
It's the same as the clones in Star Wars. I mean, whenever they're 20, they're really 10.
They're technically child soldiers.
So.
That defense didn't work for Hubert Farnsworth. It won't work for you.
What do you mean? A clone? People have cloned people in the past? But no, I would think that the age of maturity is generally that age.
Goblins reach adulthood at age 8.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Don't they rarely live to age 40 though?
I know that
they age noticeably faster than humans, and though few goblins live to old age, the most cautious rarely live longer than 60.
Also,
60.
can't
elves
kobolds
1-to-1 scale? They just live 600 years more.
Kobolds can live to be about almost 100 or something like that, right? It's just that they rarely ever do. The whole
Kobolds
draconic
reach
blood
adulthood at age 6 and can live up to 120, but rarely do.
Yeah, hey, what do you know?
Yeah, good old dragon rats.
All right. So getting back before
We get banned. Striked.
before something dumb happens.
I mean, it's
Too late.
yeah. On with the trial. Sorry,
Yes.
we're interrupting the trial.
On with the trial.
So
If we keep going, it's just going to be a mistrial, and they're going to have to do it all over again.
no,
With
they
prejudice.
don't care
Therefore,
about you
it's
guys at
happening.
all. So, Moshan will once again take center stage, and he'll go back to talking, and he'll say, "So, you've all had the wonderful opportunity to meet our council that we all so dearly care for. Now, for those of you that have never been a part of these public trials, allow me to inform you of some basic ground rules. Please, no heckling, no speaking up, nothing of this sort, or you will be fined and removed from the premise."
I just glance over to Jada.
What are you looking at me for?
So, also, we respect your opinions, but they do not need to be stated. That is all on that matter.
Doesn't that count under heckling, though?
Yes, but it needs to be specified otherwise. So, of course, no trying to come up on stage. No trying to throw anything on stage.
Teleports on stage.
Nothing personnel. Kid.
Gets assassinated. Dies from 1d6 water bottle damage.
Water bottle damage.
Dies from
Come on, I'm not a
4d100 sniper damage.
Yeah.
4d100 could still just be 4.
It could.
So.
It's a good range.
What is? I wasn't listening.
4d100.
Yeah. I'd
Could be
imagine.
4, could be 400.
So. Lost my point.
Hard time talking with me.
Yeah. Well, you distracted me and I lost what I was saying.
Don't think about our opinions not needing to be stated. Don't go up on the
What'd you say?
stage. Don't throw anything on the stage.
Oh. Okay.
Who's talking to you and what they say?
My dad.
Pretty solid average.
So, I have to find my point because I actually completely lost it. Moshan was
Don't do anything
saying,
on stage. Don't get up on stage.
Yeah, he was giving basic rules. Said, yeah, don't throw anything on stage. Don't try to get up on stage. No heckling. Keep your opinion to yourself. Okay, I found it. And without further ado, if our guards, ever so wonderful as they are, could go ahead and bring out our accused for the night, Bayo Solidmantle. You watch as he'll step to the side, and from the side, two guards will walk out with someone that they have just like completely in chains. You see that their hands are shackled, their legs are shackled, and then there's a chain connecting the shackles between both, and there is actually even a like I don't actually know the term for them, but there is something covering their mouth, preventing them from speaking at the current moment. And the guards will walk him to the stage, and you watch as they will stop him there, and then they'll take the chain that is connecting their shackles and will connect it to some sort of loop that's on the ground that you see. And the guards will walk behind him and then stand at the side of the table.
Why am I just thinking of that scene from Attack on Titan?
It's pretty
God
similar.
almighty.
It is definitely pretty similar.
Where's Levi coming in?
Don't worry, Levi's not going to come in and beat the shit out of this guy.
No,
Aww.
no, that comes after the trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother paid extra for backstage access.
So,
I think you mean backdoor access. Oh,
God, no.
no.
No, that's for his bodyguard.
Bruh.
Good
Bruh.
Lord. So. Oh no. Why? How'd that even come up?
Boys swear.
This guy.
Yeah. The other guy.
So, Moshan will once again stand. He'll step forward and he'll be to the side of Veo, the current prisoner. And he'll address the crowd once again and say, "So, this is here Veo Solidmantle. Some of you might know him. He might have been your neighbor. He might have assisted you at some point when you were having troubles. But let me inform you of what he's been doing in his free time. Veo Solidmantle, which I guess I'd never described him. My bad.
Nope, never told us what he
So
was.
yeah, Veo Solidmantle, he appears to be tiefling. So, you all obviously seeing that he's tiefling and hearing his name, find it kind of odd.
He was adopted.
But
Like
so yeah, he is a red tiefling. You see his horns are pretty much just like straight back. They're pretty useless horns. His hair is just
no
a
one
jet
said they
black.
had to be useful.
I know. But if you ever wanted to use your horns to protect yourself, he couldn't. So, and they also probably get really annoying, like, you know, when he gets a haircut, like his horns are straight up in the way.
Gotta have a good barber.
Sorry.
Am I missing something?
I'm sorry. Just
no,
something that sometimes we mix up names and stuff. Sometimes it happens.
Anyways. Okay.
Ugh, Jesus.
So Moshan will continue. Now, I guess I didn't finish describing him, but he's pretty much in just a simple, basic one-piece tunic. He is muscular, but not particularly over muscular or anything. You can see that he is still a bit on the skinny side. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all you can really make up from the distance you're at. So Moshan, God, I
want to put forward.
I forgot what it's like when
Emotion.
Bradley's in chat. You wanna? What were you saying?
It was a joke.
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear it at all.
I said I wanted to put forward emotion.
Oh my God.
Boo.
Hey, he let me forward.
Boo!
God, that was. You can't follow up the Blue Dragon one, Roach. Just give up. But yeah, Moshan will go back to what he was saying. So here, dear Veo here was adopted and brought into a family of fuck. Where did my tab go? Yeah, don't laugh at that.
I knew it was adopted. I called it.
He's brought into a family of gnomes that live in the city.
No, it's not the words. Okay.
Gnomes.
Just gnomes.
Gnomes.
Raised by two wonderful parents that are unfortunately no longer with us. Or
Oh.
maybe it's fortunate for them that they did not see the monster their son
He's a
became.
rogue.
Veo's sword mantle here.
Extra edgy.
Well, he made his way in the world. He went to school. He graduated from a university. And one day found himself within the council's tower, working within. Until one day, well, it would seem that maybe it was his birth parents' fate to find him. Wasn't it, Veo? And he'll kind of like turn, and Veo will just kind of look up at him, just like eyes gleaming, just staring him down. Still having something covering his mouth, he cannot speak, but you can tell he definitely he'd have something to say if he wasn't unable to say anything.
Yeah. Otherwise, he might use the Thum to escape Helgen. I mean, wrong game.
That was good. So, Moshan will take a bit of a pause as he walks across the stage, and then walks back and kind of kneels a little bit, or not kneels, but squats down, and says, "So, shall we have some words from Veo?" And you watch as he will take there's like a sliding piece in front where his mouth is being blocked, and you'll watch as he'll slide it, and then you'll hear Veo say, "You rat bastard. I'm just being made fun of at this point, mocking me." Moshan will stand back up. "So, Veo, how would you plead in your involvement with a cult dedicated to that? A Sashal Toth. And there's kind of like some gasping from some people in the crowd, but a lot of people are just like, huh? Who?
What was that name?
Sashal Toth.
Is that the name of the demon dude?
No.
No.
Okay.
Tragarod versus Sashal Toth.
Something involving.
You know we can't remember shit.
I know.
Well, I can.
Remembering stuff is overrated.
The only
anyway.
thing is that it's very like if two things sound somewhat similar, it kind of blurs it out.
Tragarod and Sashal Toth sound similar.
We've
Yeah.
heard the
It's a little
theme
bit
Tragarod,
in there,
like
but-
3
Sashal
times
Toth.
total.
Yeah, look at the pronunciation. Tragarroth.
Yeah, there's the off,
Sashal.
I guess. You're right.
Yeah. Exact same phonetic structure.
Wait, Tragarod. Wait, there's no Oth in Tragarod.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
it's
Tragarod.
Rod.
Yeah, Rod versus
Tragarod.
Toth. Yeah. So,
Anyway,
Moshan will stand back up and address the crowd, and he'll turn back and say, for those of you that might not be aware, as it's not entirely well-known information, Sashal Toth was a well-known general. The armies of the demons and Scarlet Disparity. Supposedly, he was destroyed back then. But our dear Veo would have something to say otherwise about that, wouldn't you? And Veo will just kind of look back up at him and just say, and you'll see as he like tries to spit out of the sort of mouth guard that's now over his. He has a hole that he can spit out of, but it doesn't work very well. So he tries spitting at Moshan. Doesn't, kind of backfires a little bit, but he'll then start speaking and say, I would have given my life for this damn cult. I would have sacrificed anyone in this fucking room to do it. And there's, once again, a bunch of gasps, and Moshan will continue and say, oh.
Little
I'm
odd
gonna do-
that you would admit to being in a cult.
Oh my. It would seem Veo here was unaware of how he is compelled to tell the truth. Anything you try to say otherwise will not come out as you intend to lie. Try harder. And
Try
you
harder,
watch as
scrub.
Veo, like, is clearly surprised by what he said. It's clear that he was not trying to say what he said, but it came out that way anyway.
This is more than your everyday
Zone of truth.
zone of truth.
Yeah.
This is advanced zone of truth.
Oh yeah. And he'll, at this point, you watch as now he just goes silent. He is like dead set on saying nothing. So, Moshan will stand up once again, and he'll walk his way over to the table, and he'll approach Dorwar, him being the first in the seats, and he'll. So, Dorlar, good sir, tell me, what do you make of this Veo? You, I'm sure, have had dealings with him in the past. Not. And he'll hold the mic out towards Dorlar, and he'll say, well, I've definitely spoken to Veo at various points in time. Always seemed like the quiet type that did his work and got out. but I can't say I knew him well enough to make a judgment of his personality. But if what he is truly a part of a cult dedicated to a powerful demon, then he's scum. And Moshan will pull the mic away and say, "Ah, now you have heard the words of Dolar Firelight. So, I'll ask a member of the crowd." He'll start walking forward, and you'll watch as he starts walking forward, he has the mic away from his mouth, so you don't hear anything, but you can see he's clearly casting a spell. And suddenly, poof, you watch as he basically like walks into some sort of doorway and appears towards the middle of the room, standing near a chair, and he'll lean down and say, "Ah, you seem like a wonderful person to ask. So, tell me, madam."
Who is he asking? Can we see?
It's hard to see until the spotlight gets over him, but it's female. She's on the smaller side, probably about 5'1", 5'2". Appears to be elven. Her hair is sort of an autumn. Yeah, can't make out much more than that, but he leans down and holds the mic towards her and says, "Have you ever had dealings with Mr. Veo Solidmount?" And she'll lean into the mic and say, "I worked with him briefly. We would pass each other. Idle conversation, but I wouldn't say I knew him, no. I do know he had a wife, though. At some point. I think they're divorced now." And Moshan will stand back up and say, "Oh. So, I would like a vote from our wonderful jury, that being all of you wonderful citizens. Should we bring forth his wife as a witness?" And he'll once again continue and say, "Oh, for those of you that have not been here, you can simply think yes or no."
I'm going to think, the fuck does any of this shit mean, man? I just got here.
I'm gonna think no.
Is
Ooh.
it citizen of the country or the city?
He just says
'Cause-
citizens as a general term. You don't know if he's like,
I see.
you have to have your actual like papers. You know, where's your fucking green card? Pull that shit out right now. No,
Is this if this is supposed to be a jury, then like I mean I don't know anything about like what evidence have I been provided? What are we going into? When are we going into session?
You've not been asked for a verdict. You've been asked, should we bring forth his wife?
Seems very oligarchical. Not at all like
Just answer the fucking
power
question.
is not in the people here. They're doing this for show.
I'm just gonna think yes.
I'll think no.
Okay. And you'll watch as
Also get out of my head.
As another light within the stage lights up, and you watch as it's some sort of active counter, and you see there's yes, no, and you watch as the yeses skyrockets up, and then the no's are going up steadily, but not at the same pace.
If I think yes and no back and forth really quickly, does the counter go like this?
No. It seems like once you've answered, it's pretty much.
It just casts feeble mind on you. So
yeah,
stop
it's
that.
just like no, stop. Nope. So Moshan will teleport back onto the stage and poke around and say,
I should have guessed that you'd answer something like that.
"For what?"
I should have guessed that Ethan would answer something like that.
Oh. But Moshan will.
I mean, Chorus would have just been interested to see how the system works.
How the system works.
Like,
Moshan will.
Is there a way I can break it? Demolition, right?
People have already done it before. That's why it doesn't work, unfortunately.
It's fitting.
So Moshan will once again turn to the crowd and say, "So, does Veo Solidmantle's wife claim to be here today?"
Ex-wife, perhaps.
Ex-wife. And there's silence amongst the crowd for a little bit, and then hear a woman call out, say, I am." And you'll watch as towards the back of the crowd, a woman will stand up. She's human, from what you can tell. She's wearing just very basic clothing, brown hair. From this distance, not insanely attractive or anything. Not particularly
remarkable.
Yeah, not remarkable. She's very basic looking, but she'll walk
That's
out
just
into the
perfect
aisle.
for an Amish like him.
God. Son of a bitch.
What?
But that's just
just
perfect for an Amish like
Amish
him.
like me. You know I shun fancy things like electricity.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking.
Weird Al.
Ah.
Good
I
old
love that
Amish
man.
paradise.
People make fun of the Amish, man. Everybody can make fun of the Amish all they fucking want, but you know what? When the world ends, they're gonna be the ones that have the last laugh.
They don't even pay
Probably.
taxes right now, man.
When the apocalypse
They're like the
comes,
best.
when the apocalypse
won't-
comes, they will last the longest. Mark my fucking words.
They
Probably.
won't even notice.
Yeah.
They don't gotta worry about shit. Do you think they care about elections or politics or any shit like that? Nah.
I mean, the Amish do rely on modern society for a couple things, like
Yeah, but
I believe doctors.
But legally speaking, they have a
Cars,
lot of protections.
sometimes.
anyways, so you'll watch as the woman will take her walk up, and when she gets up towards the stage, Moshan will gesture for her to come forth. So you claim to be this man's ex-wife. Veo, would you be so kind as to confirm this, or are you going to keep your tongue shut this time? And Veo will... There's like this defeated look as he looks up at the woman standing before him. Kind of like, oh damn, if you were like looking at this man like, oh shit, that's someone I didn't want to walk up here, pretty much. It's kind of the look that he's giving. But Moshan will ask that she go and sit at the chair on the opposite end of all the other council members. But she'll go and do exactly that, and Moshan will turn back to the crowd and say, "Give us just one moment while we confirm the authenticity of this. So, I didn't think of a name for her, but
So he was in a cult.
Cult.
yes,
Was it said who led the cult or who they worshipped?
it said who they worshipped.
Okay,
Let it.
not related to our demon.
No,
Okay.
A lot of
but it
demons
was
coming
said
around
that Shashal Toth was was also a general in the Scarlet Disparity, much like Kragorod
Ah, lovely.
here. Tragar was the name of the demon that we
in the
fled
forest.
from, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, alright.
So you guys are putting together that there is potentially some sort of connection between the two. But Moshan will at some point walk over to the side of the stage and will walk back out and say, "So it has been confirmed that our lovely ex-wife here is indeed who she claims to be. So, madam, thank you for stepping forth. I commend your bravery. Now, you do not mind me asking, how well did you know Veo?" And she'll stand up and step forward a few feet, and you watch as she keeps this distance from Veo. Despite him being chained, there's clearly still this worry and this queer fear that she has of this man. And she'll step forward a little bit and say, well, me and Veo, we met when we were both at a university. And it's clear she's definitely not used to public speaking at this capacity. But she progressively and slowly is getting words out. I'll speed it up a little bit rather than full on role playing, and it'll take a moment. But she just states that her and Veo met in a university. They went to school together, where they fell in love, and after graduating and getting their own individual jobs, they decided to get married. After their marriage, everything was great. They were buying their first home. They were looking at having children, possibly, and all this wonderful stuff that a married couple does. But she says that at some point, there was this switch that hit Veo. She recalled that Veo one day discovered who his birth mother was, and there was this sharp change in him. He no longer was the same man that she married. He became abusive. He was manipulative, and
just from finding something out,
from meeting his mother, birth mother.
She did something to him.
And at some point, she was finally able to get out, to escape. Got a divorce and has pretty much avoided him ever since. Until this past week, she heard that he was arrested for I can't think of the word. For betraying the Republic.
Treason.
Treason, thank you. That he's arrested for treason.
What did he do exactly?
That's not been explicitly revealed yet, but she'll pretty much finish with that and say that she felt the need to see what he became. She felt like she had an obligation to. She'll sit back down and kind of turn away, and Moshan will step back forth and thank you for your testimony. So, Veo, do you still refuse to speak? And he'll wait 30 seconds, no response. Moshan will continue and say, very well. You have been charged with treason against the Republic. For those unaware, Veo here was found having murdered 7 of his co-workers and attempting to sacrifice them in his own home. All for his lord, Sashaloth. Now, to those family members of those that tragically lost their lives.
This almost feels like a witch hunt. Like it all seems too dramatic to be a real trial.
It is. You gather this is definitely on for a show.
Like the real trial has already been had.
Pretty much. You're gathering that much. The trial's already happened. Because like there's a lot of like convenient things like setting up. Like, hey, the wife is already here. Like, oh, and she's already prepared to give a testimony. Like, oh,
it's just for show.
It is just for show.
Okay.
So, Hoshan will turn back around and squat down the Veo and say, "To the people you murdered, I am happy they will never have to see you after that. Because the place you're going, dark hell. No living being should ever see." He'll stand back up and turn his attention back to the crowd and say, "Now, Veo, how do you plead against your charges? 7 accounts of murder, treason against the Republic, for various information you stole, and attempt to sell. How do you?" And no response. He just kind of looks his head around and looks up at Moshan, still just that like defiant anger look, but keeping completely silent. And Moshan will turn to the crowd and say, "So, what do you all believe?" And you'll watch as the counters will appear again, and on the left, guilty, on the right, not guilty.
We don't know anything. Not guilty.
Yeah.
I'm also going with that. Also, I'm trying to look around and see going like, where, like, because you said earlier that the counter was going like ludicrously high. It's like, how many fucking people are in this room?
When I say ludicrously high, I mean the differential. But there probably be
like it's very skewed.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Because if there's like,
there's
if
probably 100 plus people.
Okay, is that equivalent to like how, like, general estimation of how many numbers are on that board? Because if it's something like
Probably
300,
a few less. There's definitely people that just didn't vote or didn't answer or didn't care or weren't paying attention. So
I'm going not guilty.
okay.
I shall vote the same. Not like it really matters.
Olrus does not like how this is going and is just not going to answer.
I'm also going to mentally think, take this verdict and shove it up your ass.
And you actually watch as quite a few people seem to be voting not guilty. It's a much more even balance. Pretty much 50-50 throughout the entirety of the voting, and actually towards the end it pretty much finishes with 51% saying not guilty and 49% saying guilty.
Hey!
And Moshan will say, "Very well. Veo, the people have spoken." And you watch as he snaps his fingers and the chains just come off. And the mouthpiece will come off, and then you like watch as he just stands up and like turns to his ex-wife. And she like is cowering in fear and like stands up and like moves to the side behind one of the guards. And Vale will just stand there, and Moshan will say, "So, you're a free man now. Do what you will."
Just like that. That easy, huh?
And Moshan will set the mic to his side and say, he'll say something. You can't actually hear it, but you'll watch as the council members will stand up and exit. The guards will stay on stage. And various people will start getting up and moving around. You notice that a few people are already leaving and whatnot. The ex-wife behind the guards, is kind of like trying to get him to like escort her out. But the guard is just kind of keeping his post right now. But eventually another guard comes and walks her out. So, Yeah. You watch as pretty much most people in the crowd are just leaving, not really caring anymore. The show's over. They don't care what happens. They're gone. Various people you see are staying behind. You notice that that row, everyone in that row with Anrun and Gregorvik and Tathara, they're all sitting for right now. They're letting people leave before them.
I'm just gonna look around the room, just like, because I mean, I'm not doing this just for like for comedic effect. As I would be IRL, just looking around like, what was this shit? What the fuck? Why the fuck? Who? Why? Where? What? It's like, I've heard of a kangaroo court before, but can we upgrade this bitch to pogo stick? What the fuck?
Kangaroo on a pogo stick?
So.
Colorist will look around for a second and then just say, I'm gonna get out of here. I have somewhere I'm planning on going, and I don't like this place.
I'm going to agree with you.
I'm gonna stand up and say, I will come with you.
I'll see anyone else back at Gregorvik's later, I guess.
I'm going to ask
Claire and say, is it always this odd?
This one was different. Something.
How so?
It felt rushed.
Yeah.
Usually goes on for a couple hours longer. And to be honest, I'm sure you've already figured it out, but the real trial has already happened.
Yeah.
There was so much overwhelming evidence. I mean, he's a mass murderer.
Now, why the fuck didn't they tell us that?
They
did, but they didn't present any evidence.
Yeah, they said that he murdered 7 people. They never said there was overwhelming evidence. They should have told us that.
They
do not care.
Testimony.
Typically, it's
They
testimony.
didn't present any evidence, and they just set him free.
Views. Something is amiss.
Did they actually set him free?
You don't see him on the stage anymore.
If he's still within 120 feet, I'd like to message him.
Okay.
You can cast a spell through solid objects if you're familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier.
You don't know where he is, technically.
Shit.
So, yeah, you are just heading out. Claire's kind of
see which way he went.
No.
I am.
All right.
I'm gonna go.
Let's.
I guess.
Leave.
Well, did you not want to go talk to your brother? I figured you probably would.
Claire is kind of sitting
I
there, waiting for Anrun to do anything. Anrun kind of looks up at where you guys are sitting and give me a perception check, Jada. You definitely kind of be looking down at your brother.
Yeah, I would.
You want to
19.
give yourself first advantage with your owl?
Sure. Do I need higher than a 19?
No, I'm just. You might. Or you just
It's
get
another
exactly 19. You can see there's this clear look of worry on your brother's face. Something's clearly happened, confirming your suspicions that something is wrong.
Is anyone still on the stage?
No. Everyone seems to clear off the stage. Yep.
Also,
Did I see which way they went?
The exit stage right.
DM,
Okay.
quick question.
What?
This is just kind of mostly a question for my personal curiosity. We were allowed to enter this courtroom carrying our weapons.
Yeah.
Well,
with
there's
Claire.
probably quite a few people there who can defeat us.
Yes,
yeah,
you
we
walked
were
in with
also
Claire.
escorted in
Yeah.
Yes.
by somebody that the guards knew. It's not like everybody in there was able to have their weapons with.
Yeah. You
Okay,
have.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just
We
assuming
were-
shit. at
As
this point.
somebody who's been in many a courtroom IRL,
Yes.
I'm just sorry. The
Yes,
language
but
things are insane.
Versus real life,
Yeah, this
I
is
know,
also you
but you
can't.
Levels, weapons.
It just
I'd
becomes.
like to go quickly through the building to where I expect I can get backstage.
I will say you have like no way out of this building really at all.
I'll try and figure it out.
Okay. You'll start moving around. You'll head down the set of stairs that you came up, and you'll start trying to move around. You do manage to actually get into the main audience area at the bottom, where your brother's still sitting at the front row. But you could get to the backstage from here if you wanted to. You could just run you see that there's a door all the way at the end that you could run to. It
I'll go
probably
through
leads-
that, yeah.
Okay. I will say you will pretty much be running past the row that your brother is sitting in when you do that.
As I'm running past, I'll message him saying, something's fishy, I'm going to investigate.
You'll hear quickly back, don't move.
Why?
And he'll
I'll
like
stop standing next to him then.
okay.
Why?
The reason why he was set free, there is fellow members of his cult currently in the city. They have a bomb.
So they're using him for a sting.
And we will end there.
Oh.
They're using
I
him for a
bet.
sting then.
We'll find out.
I guess so.
So
This party hasn't even been together for like not even like 5 months, and we went from like we are really progressing quickly. Holy shit!
I mean, not.
I mean,
that quickly.
usually most parties are like at least 5 years into their like grouping before they get to the part of like
dealing with crazy
unraveling-
cults.
unraveling insane. No, cults are like a dime a dozen. I'm talking about
Exactly.
like world-ending insanity, political intrigue, and like normally you involve
you
yourself
have
in like
no
political
real
intrigue.
involvement
politics.
to the
It's-
political intrigue at all.
Nah, it's like you usually deal with political intrigue, cults, world-ending, like all of that stuff. Usually, you choose it's one or the other for most parties. No, we're just
most
getting into
parties-
all of them at once.
Most parties also aren't made up of 4 people from at least semi-influential families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just rich kids.
Not really.
Your
Your grandfather is a member of the highest level of government. My
And
family is one of the richest in the nation, if not the world.
just because he's at the top doesn't mean he's at the.
My
doesn't mean
family
there's
is
no levels
like
up there too.
you only get the money when you fucking retire, bitch.
Yeah, well, I lost all chance at that money, unless I get in good with my parents again.
True. So
Or Unruin, inherits it all and gives me some.
I
but
think the line
probably
that
have a few centuries
I've
before
heard
they
it
die.
best described as the reasons that my family, the family doesn't exactly have the whole, you can't just dip your fist into the family vault whenever that you damn well please. Is the old
many.
saying? If he, I don't know who's referencing it. If you're smart, or if he's smart, he will make his own money. If he's foolish, he'll just waste mine.
Fair.
I don't know.
I was never given a chance. so-
It's an old saying that I think it was I don't know, some rich person. Basically, it's like a king who was like, I am not I'm giving everything like away essentially. You get the title, nothing else.
yeah. Okay. So, anyways, yeah. Thanks to everyone that joined us for the stream. I think a lot of people kind of left or passed out or was coming and going. But
Unfortunate.
it happens. I know I'm like barely awake right now for some reason. But
Yeah, our resident feet lover and jawbone are no longer showing up as in chat.
yeah, I
What a
know
thing to say.
Is there anything better to call him?
True. So, yeah. If you're not on our Discord and you're still watching this, you should join our Discord. Also, if you're not following our channel, do that too. We are at 47 out of our 50. I think we've gone down one because I think we were at 48 last week. So rip. It probably was just some random bot that followed us that got banned or something. I don't know. It happens. But yeah. So we're getting closer to that goal so we can get Twitch affiliate and work on bigger, better stuff.
I'm excited about getting channel points so that we can do creative things with that.
Yeah.
Not to mention archived streams.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Takes a little bit of the pressure off to make sure it's uploaded on time to YouTube. Which we also have a YouTube. So if you have an episode that you missed or want to go back and watch episodes, you can do that on our YouTube. They're cut down a little bit more to remove the breaks and the intro and outro. So it's pretty nice and handy. We also have a Twitter page where we announce our streams. Don't really do anything else with it. It just exists. And no, you're never getting hazard pay.
Rip.
So yeah, I think that covers all my bases. We'll be back next Sunday.
Wait, are moderators not counted as viewers?
I have no clue. They might not be.
Because it says we have 2 viewers but 4 moderators in chat.
It's weird. I wonder if it's because I'm in mod view as well. I turned on mod view at the beginning.
Jesus.
I'm not in mod view.
Are we still streaming?
Yes, that's. Do you not hear me talking?
It's like no, I hear you talking, and then it's like get fucking so far off as that.
But so yeah, I think I ran out of things to say. But yeah, we'll be back next Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Central.
Ish.
Yep.
Be there.
Join us next Sunday for the Jada show again.
Oh god,
Yep.
It'll be everyone but the Jada show.
Unfortunate.
Oh, a few public service announcements. Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
Yes.
Stay hydrated, kids.
Wrong hydration, but works.
That's
Joke's on
Russia.
you,
it's
bitch.
That is water, actually.
fine.
Max just drinks water and beer at the same time.
Oh, that is an interesting flavor.
It's watered down beer.
Yeah, it's just disappointment. All right. So yeah, that's all.
Cheers, I'll drink to that, bro. This is actual gin, as opposed to Brendan's water in a vodka bottle.
All right.
I don't have good vodka. I just chug.
See you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Ugh.